moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WD Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with HD Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack, and joining me is my co-host, Sam and Fox, as we are here for the third game of the night in a new stream of that. Phoenix will be taking on the Peacemakers on the map of Clubhouse. Yes, we are in fact back at this map that we all definitely love and are definitely totally not tired of seeing over and over again. With that being said, of course, the match is underway. We have the ban phase up and running, and of course, a quick reminder for all of our viewers. Of course, the Peacemakers, they had a little bit of an upset in the last game that they played just a little while ago, of course, against Newcomers on Theme Park. They lost to Newcomers 8-7, despite having the lead for the majority of the match. Well played to Newcomers, especially to Lord Bane. I believe he had 23 kills, which is, I believe, a record for the TEC League. And as far as Phoenix is concerned, of course, they sit fourth as last week's standings go, 2-2 win and loss. So they've broken even so far, but they would definitely like to do better as we are here on the ban phase of this match. Thatcher has already been taken off the board, and the other one to face the ban wave, the other attacker, is going to be Capital. 2 attackers already down and 2 defenders to go. Foxy, how do you feel on this fine evening?
I feel amazingly refreshed. I'm gonna be honest here. Going with 4 matches non-stop, I'm definitely feeling a whole lot a different energy. I've had the time to have my dinner finally. After so many days, I'm having my dinner on time. I know.
You know,
It stings, yeah.
it sounds worse than it actually is. You do realize that, Foxy.
No, it's just that I have more energy today. It's just that I feel all the while more good going into this game, knowing that got I've got a lot of energy. At least I believe you had time to get some.
I've just had
food.
some knickknacks in there. I'm not particularly
Alright.
hungry just yet.
All right. Okay. That being said, we'll be getting to round one already. Ban phase has indeed expired, and the bans were Thatcher, Capitao, Mia, and Kaid. All right. The Maverick will still be left to play, but since the Thatcher ban has come out, the Kaid ban has come out from the same team. There's obviously the Tigers, I believe that was. Sure. Anyways, we'll be seeing Mechhawk, True, Hypertixie, Z-Pond, and next on the side of Phoenix come out. Looks like they will now be known as Sancfroid Esports, but that name change is yet to happen. We will be seeing Heathen, Pyromaniac, Spidey, Kick-Ass, and The Flash. We did see them in the last match as well, so no new names over here, but that is definitely something that we'll be looking forward to, as I actually forgot to shift a scene into the match. My bad. We're in now. Yeah. As everybody can have a nice look to this amazing roster that both of them present. Pyromaniac has had an amazing match as well, but the last match that they lost was definitely disheartening for them. I mean, you not go maximum overtime and then happen to lose. It's definitely disheartening. It is in a way. It's definitely. We're seeing some prep being done by the Flash as well. He's playing the smoke this time around. As the name suggests, I would always expect him to play a 3-speed operator, but looks like that is not something that the Flash will be bringing on board, not as of now. We will be seeing Kick-Ass come back onto the Jaeger. That's something I love to see. Kick-Ass playing the Jaeger. We'll be seeing Spidey hold down along with Bandit, that is. We do have Heathen running the Rook this time. No C4 for Heathen to miss. That means it's going to be the impact nades he's got from Zaviz. To be a little AFK. No, he's back and running. It's definitely going to be interesting to see, as mind you, we do have Mechhawk right now who's playing Sledge. A very tricky name, in fact. One syllable I happen to miss, and the entirety of the name would mean something else. But that out of the way, talking about the Sledge here, Mechhawk has definitely got himself the best player award. That is the MVP of the entirety of Division 2, mind you. Look at that aggression from him. He's going to find a frag. He's going to find two. Does he find one more? No. He's just going to fall back, and he starts up now. True. He's going to go down, and look at the use of the impact nades. He took the Claymore, got a frag, got the Claymore, and got the kill. Really well played by the man. Hypertixie is busy popping some grenades inside that breach. As what a play from Heathen indeed. That's definitely not the dock that you were trying to use on Garage, but looks like the troop can be just as potent. The software has been created indeed. There's no Sophia left alive to help him with that though, but Mechhawk will be the one to pick up that kill. Kick-Ass. Mechhawk, coming back to what I was saying. The man has the highest amount of fraggers in Division 2 part, and that is the congregate for an entirety of 2 weeks. That is the Season 3 that has transpired. I'll be taking a quick look at that MVP leaderboard as well. Meanwhile, Pyromaniac going to drop Hypertixie. That's Mr. Nair off the board for you. Pyromaniac is finds one more. Mechhawk goes down. Alright, it's all down to Mix. He's gonna find a frag, excuse me. That's the head of Pyromaniac. I believe there's a wallman coming in. Oh, another comes out. This is possible. He didn't down. I don't think he knows that. He knows it. And yes, Nix is going to convert on that kill. It's a triple kill for the man and a quad kill against the situation. Quad kill, flood situation, mind you. We're still seeing Nix make his way up top from Catwalk. Flash will be in full HP just like the Hibana is, but obviously the Hibana being the faster operator. Only five bullets left, 5 shells left rather, for the shotgun mag, and the smokes will come on. Canisters are definitely causing Nix right now. But the Hibana is the one who has to make some plays happen. The Flash doesn't know where the flashes are coming from. Ironic. Why? Nix does not have the diffuser as well. He's got to make this push happen. Can you do that? 5 seconds left. He's going to spot at the smoke, and no, he's not going to get it. What? How can you lose that? The Flash will be the one to shotgun Nix on the face, and he gets a clutch for his team. In fact, a 1 versus 1 clutch definitely, but oh boy, I'm not sure what the Hibana thought. Away from that, why would the Hibana unpeak that gunfight, which was 100% in her advantage? There was 3 seconds left. Why would you have to step back from that gunfight? It was your play, Nix. That's so sad to watch.
It definitely was very sad to watch. If you ask me, Knicks just, oh, that hurts. That definitely hurts. And that, of course, gave the first round over, literally gave the first round over to the Peacemakers. We're going to be heading to Basement Church in round 2. And we did have a couple of 6 picks, I believe. One from Z Panda into the Zofia, and one out of the Oryx into, I didn't exactly quite catch which operator that was. I believe it was Mozzie, that's Spidey, and that is going to round out the operator selections in round 2 right here, as we're going to be moving into Basement Church once again with this little bug that causes all sound to straight up disappear off the map. Only, wooden walls and floors being broken. The only sound we can find right now on this map, and shots being fired, of course. Outside of that, footsteps have somehow been completely muffled. As, yep, just gonna continue with this right now. And again, come back to that play in the last round. I don't know. Again, this is speculation from my end. I'm not trying to indicate anything against any particular player, but I believe. Whoa, wait a minute. Hypertishi is already down. What happened right here? Was that True trying to get a camera or a barricade and downing his own teammate? That would certainly be very hilarious indeed, and a little bit embarrassing for Phoenix right now. But again, this is a few mishaps that they're having. Going back to that play in the last round from Nix, I think he thought he may have headshotted the smoke. That's why he looked away, unpeaking it. I've done that myself a couple times where I think I've headshotted the operator, but it's actually a shot on the neck or the shoulders that looked like it was on the face, and unpeaking it resulted in my own death. And it's happened to me, which is why I can speak from experience in that matter. But again, it's just speculation. I'm not sure what was going on in Nix's head right there. Z-Panda in the middle, he's got a soft breach on the CCTV main wall. That is outside, of course, but they are looking for the roamer, and there is, in fact, a vigil up here that is Kick-Ass, the man on the roam right now. The drone has spotted, no, not quite spotted, but it knows the fact that he was in cash room, but is going to reactivate his ability and drop down the hatch onto stage towards bar. Sledge, in the meanwhile, he doesn't know for a fact that Kick-Ass has dropped down as well, as looks like that was a successful maneuver from the Vigil on towards safety. But now he's got to deal with more attackers on the first floor converging towards where the hatches are. And Macaques, he does not know where the Vigil's playing, of course. That is inside a strip club, but right next to that soft wall, a Sledge, if you had happened to random fire there, that would have been a kill. Indeed, that's something I'm sure a lot of people see with the shadows enabled on the spectator mode and feel like, why aren't they taking the shots? But of course, the players themselves don't have enemy shadows on. That would be cheating. Let's be real here. Nix, in the meanwhile, he's going to go for the hard breach on the hatch of Kitchen. Nice and quickly. Not sure if there's an impact trick to deny him. I don't think there is. We got Pyromaniac holding in utility room, and there you go. Something exploded, and I don't think that was Nix's Excalibur pellets, although it could have been. Again, I'm not seeing a potential. Oh, there is a denial. There we go. That's what I was talking about. And a proximity alarm went off inside of dirt. I'm not sure if the Flash heard that out right there, but he definitely needed to, because that is the Maverick pushing up through dirt. He took out the proximity sensor as well, which will be. Oh, there we go. The Flash actually goes down. That is the lesion off the board. Macaques with the vertical angle through Kitchen, but Heathen gets taken out by Hypertition. Meanwhile, Macaques finds a Kick-Ass in the meanwhile as well. Shots being fired all over the map as Heathen gets taken out by Nix. The IQ is going to find the Mozzie. No, the Mozzie is actually going to win that. The P10 Ronnie wins over the LMG. And now there's another one on the main stairs. Who will win? The P10 Ronnie will not win. The Mozzie gets taken out. It's a double push on from the main stairs as Pyromaniac finds one, but the Zof is here to refrag. And that is the final kill onto the defenders. It was almost a planned situation, as there was a bit of a chase happening onto the Jaeger as well. Jaeger managed to get the Hibana, but there was the Sophia to refrag as soon as possible. Round 2 goes to Phoenix, and both teams have now officially gotten the ball rolling for themselves. Round 3 is on the board. So round 3 is on the board, of course, and Basement Church is going to be the site of choice once again from the side of TPM. They've got the Maestro this time. No 6 picks from the looks of things. I say that with a question mark, of course, but doesn't look like it. All 10 members have confirmed their operators, and we'll be moving into the third round nice and quickly.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
That being said, of course, it is early game in this match. You can't really tell what's going to happen from this point onwards because a myriad of things could happen, you know. Either team could suddenly pick up the pace to the point where, you know, their opponents are unable to keep up and have a complete washout. We could have an overtime situation. We could have maximum overtime situation. We could have a 7-5. There's a myriad of things that could go on from this point onwards. The intrigue, of course, is what keeps this game alive right now because both these teams are racing towards a potential victory. Tegas is going to focus on getting the stockroom hatch done. It was unreinforced until now, of course. He's going to find a drone. That's the Sledge's drone right there. And take it out and deny the attackers just a little bit more intel than they would have wanted to have on their hands. Dirt is going to be barricaded off as well as the Legion is setting up the impact trick areas as we saw him use in the last round. Unfortunately, the Flash was not alive long enough to do a second impact trick to deny Hibana her second set of Excalibur spells, but we do have Kick-Ass on the pulse this time around, and he will in fact be very useful to deny the Hibana indeed. He's just standing around for now, waiting until he hears sounds from above to get his cardiac sensor out and get the C4 play in place. Hypertech is going to be on full HP as well this time. Not going to be down by one of his teammates as... Ooh, okay. Dirt is actually completely soft. Interesting decision right there from the side of TPM, leaving Dirt completely soft. I don't think they have a... nope, they definitely don't have a proximity sensor, even though the Mozzie has found the drone of the Maverick. Hypertech unfortunately loses his drone to the counter intel and denial of the Mozzie as IQ is trying to find some defender intel, utility, and especially the pulse with his cardiac sensor. Shots being fired, but Kick-Ass so far has taken no damage. He's going to fire back for a little bit, but again, no damage being done in the meanwhile. The impact trick is ready, and the Flash is going to go for it. And I think he got most of the Excalibur pellets, denying the full breach from the Hibana. Instead, all that was left was a little tiny area. In fact, the C4 comes out onto True. That is Kick-Ass with the play right there. The pulse being used to great effect as the hard breach is finally going to go down. The Excalibur pellets are used from the side of the Hibana, and Kitchen Hatch has been opened. Pulse playing inside of Arsenal behind the boxes right now. He's trying to peek the angle on Dirt, but there could be a tiny angle onto his feet from the Kitchen Hatch. Unfortunately for him, of course, the operator up there is droning as Kick-Ass is still trying to take this fight. There is the Maverick prone in there, but again, both operators are missing their shots for the time being. The round is, of course, slowly progressing forward. We're past the 50-second mark, and now Phoenix has to make this push happen. It is now or never for them. No lives have been lost from the side of TPM. And as I say that, Spidey goes down to Z-Panda, but that is only one. They need 4 more and or the plan to go off. Kick-Ass is being fired on all two directions. He makes his escape into utility room. That's blue and keeps himself alive. Flashbangs are coming in from the side of Dirt. More flashbangs are coming in as ADSs are being burned by the Zofia. And now it is coming in. Hypertech is going to find Kick-Ass. Finally, the pulse is off the board, but it's a 4v3, and with less than 20 seconds remaining, they have to go with the plant. Nyx has to come in. It is now or never. There we go. The plant is coming off. The Evil Eye should be there as Macox is taking a bit of damage as well. Z-Panda goes down to the Jaeger. That's Pyromaniac, but the Jaeger goes for the drop. He will be taken down. That is, of course, the flank down, and that is all down to the Maestro, and he will be taken off the board as well. Hypertech finds that kill onto Heathen, and with that final kill from the Maverick, of course, that will give round 3 to the side of Phoenix on the attack. Once again, Basement Church not looking good for the side of the Peacemakers. We are moving it around 4, 2-1 is the scoreline. And, of course, Phoenix are in the lead. We'll be heading back to second floor CCTV from the side of TPM. All right. Second floor CCTV is the site of choice once again. Spidey, of course, is going to go for the tried and true visual mix up out of the visual into the visual with the 6-pick ticket in hand. I'm pretty sure his team did not want any particular other operator, so he decides not to do anything with that, of course. He was his team probably told him not to take any other operator, keep the visual, and play him for the time being. Meanwhile, it should definitely be a very interesting matchup coming ahead here as Spidey, he's going to be on the roam, of course. We've got the Mozzie to deny some utility from the side of the attackers. That is, of course, their drones. In the meanwhile, he's got the garage reinforcements already done. He's just sitting here waiting for the rest of his team. And, of course, he's playing the Doc this time, not the Rook. So going for that run out of the garage door will be a bit of a questionable move for him if there's a Claymore over there as well. No Nomad in play, even though Nomad is not banned, mind you, from the side of Phoenix. Looks like they don't want to play that operator as the Doc might be going for a spawn pick right now. I believe he, in fact, is. Shots being fired in his direction as well, and there we go. Heathen will go down. McCawk is going to take that kill. And unfortunate for the side of the Peacemakers, but they have lost one of their biggest assets right now. The Doc will no longer be alive. Mozzie gains a drone, and that is the drone that was being sent in through garage really quickly, and he will be using that against the attackers once again. Another drone for the Mozzie. Well played to Pyromaniac. Of course, he had that pest pre-placed as Hibana is going to be making a line of sight on the garage wall using her Exciter pellets. Shots of fired, and what a connect from Pyromaniac onto the Zofia. Hyper she goes down, and the garage catwalk hold looks like it's going to be working out. At least it worked out for that particular kill for the Mozzie, but he's going to have to keep it up, and he's got a sledge below him. He's not going to connect onto his head, unfortunately. The grenade is still being cooked. Will the sledge be heard of? No, but Spidey's going to find McCox. In the meanwhile, that is another attacker down. That is a sledge. That is the one I was talking about right there. That is the Jaeger, I believe that was. No, that was the Visual who got that kill. Maverick's going to be going for the half-wall trick right now. He does not have a Zofia alive, however. He does have True there with the LMG to make some breaches if they so require. But right now, they're just focusing on getting the foot-level holds done and then focusing on breaching the soft wall that has currently been made in place of course, the main wall that was formerly reinforced on CCTV. Lots of shots being fired to take this wall out once and for all, as we have a rappel coming in from True as well. The man has got the IQ LMG in play, but of course the way the wall's being reconstructed, a little bit of it is going to hinder his line of sight in towards Catwalk and the rotation in and out of CCTV. Mark's coming out from the side of the attacker Jones, finding where the Mozzie's playing, but Pyromaniac so far is still safe. He hasn't been taken on the board just yet. Shots are being fired, and okay, more shots and more shots, but Pyromaniac somehow makes it out of that alive. Not really sure how that happened, but Spidey in the meanwhile has found Nyx. That's a pretty big kill. That is a huge drop from the oil pit. The play is real from the man. Will he be taken out right here? There's a double attacker push on him. He will down the Panda. Will he find another? No, he won't, unfortunately, but there's someone else, and that is, of course, Kick-Ass. I believe that is to take that kill. Or was it Pyromaniac? I believe it was Pyromaniac. Nope. Okay, he just got the kill cam regardless, for whatever reason. But regardless of that, the kills were confirmed, and CCTV goes to the side of the defense. TPM win round 4, and 2-2 is the scoreline going into round 5.
No, 2-2, the equalizer has come in, and a nice run coming in from TPM over there. I've got to give them that. The aggression is picking them off. Something that I'm not able to stand up against the fact that they are being a little too over methodical sometimes. You know, they are losing the Zofia early. They're losing the sledge early as well. There's not enough sovereigns to go with. So what's the entire point of even getting the Maverick trick done? I mean, at least not on the main wall, right? You cannot get yourselves entry point established. So, well, there are multiple things that do come into consideration of how you want to an economy up with that. But anyways, Blackjack, would you take the mic for just a second? I'll be right back.
Oh, absolutely, Foxy. No problem at all. And we're going to be moving into round 5. And once again, TPM and Phoenix, they've made their share of mistakes, mind you. Between these 5 rounds right now, 4 rounds that is, we're playing the 5th round, of course, as the Flashes are going to be finishing up the reinforcements on the container and making sure that everything is nice and dandy around here is his job, I believe, with the shield in place. No proximity alarms, once again, no castle as well in place from the side of TPM. They are opting for a more traditional hold as well with the Jaeger in place, and of course Kick-Ass playing the pulse. It did work out for them when they went to church back in round 3. But will it work out this time as well? I mean, I say it worked out. You know, Kick-Ass, the pulse play worked out. He did get a C4, and that he did get a C4 kill on the kitchen floor. But that's about all he did right there. He was able to waste a lot of attacker time on towards from dirt and the main hatch, but he was taken out eventually. And that, of course, and after all, the cascade of kills that followed, we all know what happened right there. Phoenix won that round on the attack. So TPM definitely need to make a lot of readjustments to how they make this play happen. As another Evil Eye gets deployed by Heathen, Cardiac Sensor is going to be sensing the IQ, that is. And I believe Kick-Ass has an idea that that could be potentially the IQ. He's not going to mess around right there. He's going to put away his Cardiac Sensor, at least for the time being. He's going to put it back out. Just make sure that he has everything that he needs. All the intel, of course, that's pretty much Pulse's primary play right there. There we go. He's going to be shooting as well to try and find whoever's shooting back at him. That is the IQ, of course, as more shots are being exchanged in the meanwhile. But nobody is going to be going down just yet. Phoenix are joining away, making sure that they have all the intel they need on these defenders right now, getting their hard breaches in, getting the hatches open with the Hibana and, of course, Hypertushi, the Maverick in play. He's actually not put down his second Evil Eye cam yet. He just put it down on a basement church. He's going to be holding it down for the time being, making sure that this is a good angle. Both of his Evil Eyes are, in fact, in a good spot. Okay spots, you know. There's no special Evil Eye spots down here on the Clubhouse Basement Church, but that's completely fine for the time being. We've got Sledge going for the vertical lines aside that we always see him do. McCox always, as always, of course, with the Sledge, doing what a Sledge does, breaking floors open, breaking everything that he can, but Kick-Ass with a double C4 onto Hypertush and McCox. What a play from the Pulse. That is one of the hard breaches down and a soft breacher as well. That is the Maverick and the Sledge off the board. Well then, the Pulse coming to play indeed. The Cardiac Sensor and the C4 combo working its magic once again. It looks like we do have heartbeats coming out from the Hibana onto the main wall of, not the main wall, the main hatch of Kitchen on towards Arsenal. But then again, we still have yet 4 shots to be exchanged, but Bill's going to find where Kick-Ass is sitting, but it is still a 5 versus 3. We've got less than 20 seconds remaining. In fact, Phoenix have to make this push now or never, and shots will be exchanged. It will be a bloodbath, but will the remaining 3 members of the attacking team be able to do this? The smoke pulling back, preparing to throw gas grenades in towards where the plant is going to go down, but Chu and Z-Panda are here. They take a couple of kills. The plant is coming down. Yak is going to find the Pulse. Yes, he is. Chu's going to move in. Will he find where the Maestro's playing? No, but the Spidey will stop the defuser from being planted. The Jaeger's gonna get that kill from out of nowhere and deny the diffuser and of course let the clock do its thing, which means of course the defenders managed to win once again, this time off the back of the clock, getting round 5 on board for themselves. 3-2 is the score line on round 6.
All right, going in round 6 before the rules obviously happens, really to end the favor of the defense. Definitely, after having to walk off on the back of a heavy toll that the last match has took on them, definitely. Team Park was not exactly turn out in their favor because, you know, now that we go on to round 6, taking away the advantage 3-0, I believe that was, and Newcomers made that amazing comeback, and then it was just essentially just a shutdown that could not make stuff happen. But let's see if something that might turn out to be a little different. Eventually, we'll find that out. Pyromaniac comes up, and that is Mozzie this time around that he's brought on team. Good team. A little more flag heavy operators. Mozzie was something that, well, yep. But I'm not sure if Mozzie is the right pick for this map anymore. Mozzie has definitely got a huge nerf to him with that super shotty not available. But an extended roam will come down from the side of the piece. Let's see if they'll be able to hold that down or not. As we proceed on to round 6. Smoke comes up with a few pings, I believe, by Drew and Maycock are finding a way to glory, and that little soft wall, that is the double wall. And that was funny to watch his straight up drop like that. there'll be no harm done, in fact, because of the soft fall, because there are still. Alright, that's another part of utility. They had the sledge, I'm not sure why the Zofia charges way. Anyway, we'll be seeing Zpanda make his way inside that little breeze that they've themselves. They'll be going moment now. So she's getting hatch open with the blowtorch, and exactly what we'll be seeing them do. Drew comes up with scanner. All right, Zpanda with an amazing kill comes up on the Spidey. That's your Jaeger. I still see Pyromaniac hold this down on the side of Cash, and it only stands to say if Pyromaniac's habit of picking gunfights is going to cost him, or will that just put all the while more advantage for the side of the Peacemakers? Going to find him any moment now. There's a sledge hole being made right behind him as well, and push should come in. Drone does spot him out. He's in a spot. Zofia is out of that drone bait him. Zpanda is going to get himself another frag on board. There's nobody else playing right now. Oh, he then goes for a really long run out. Oh my god. That could have turned out in his favor, but it's just a little L-timed. Did not work out for him. There's still a C4 left in play from Kick-Ass. That could turn out to be fatal if he happens to convert it though. Peacemaker's not looking good in terms of how this match transpired so far. Kick-Ass still holding down very strong on bedroom. He's up 2 drones. Ethan will be holding down on the side of main stairs, while the Flash is the one who is making sure the stall point from the defenders will be on point whenever they want, because the smoke canisters are what is going to help them. Drew will be picking this fight any moment now with the with the bandit, I believe. Gotta go for the peak, but the solo match is what is stopping that peak from happening. Zpanda comes up with another peak out of himself, and Kick-Ass is going to convert that into a frag. Drew goes down, that's taking off the board. Meanwhile, the Flash will have to bring out the canisters. Yes, they will. It's going to stall the attack coming in from the side construction, but the attack is happening from somewhere else, and that's the main page. And look at that. Kick-Ass gets 2 hit the Flash with a shotgun frag. It's all down to Zpanda in a 1 versus 2. The man has to quad kill, find himself a quad kill. In fact, if he wants to get this clutch done, there's a C4 being planted, but no, it won't connect. In fact, only 10 seconds left, and the Zofia has got to make this work happen. William walk right in the crosshair. The bandit knows he's going to go for the full rotate. Comes in from the side of bed. Solo mattress. He's going to push this. Smoke does know exactly where she's playing. The push comes in, and the Smoke is winning that. What did I just witness? The Peacemakers walk away with that round. All by the back of the bandit and the Smoke. A 2 versus 5 clutch coming in from them. What a play that we've got to witness from the Peacemakers.
Absolutely a fantastic round coming out from the side of the Peacemakers right here. And of course, that moves things into round 7 rolls up really nice and quickly. 4-2 is the scoreline on the favor of TPM. And it has been a good game for them so far. But mind you, it was also a good game for them going into roll swap in the last match that they had. It was 3-3, although they were not in the lead in the roll swap. They are now in the lead in roll swap this time. But how much will that change? Will they be able to stop themselves from being taken to overtime and then defeated? Or will we see once again a fantastic play from their enemies, from their opponents, that absolutely demolishes them in this match here on Clubhouse? Not saying it will. Again, I'm just speculating as much as I can. After all, we're only human. As I believe True was the one with the 6 comes Warden into the Valkyrie. Basement Church is once again... hello? Am I audible now? Well, I haven't changed anything from my end, so not entirely sure what's going on there. But what I was saying is the fact that Basement Church is going to be the site of choice once again from the side of Phoenix this time. Now that they are on the defense, of course, they will be looking to win as many rounds as possible. While the Peacemakers, of course, they need to continue increasing this lead that they have for themselves going into round 7, round 8, and any further rounds that we have from there. Valkyrie Black Eye cameras going off inside of kitchen, and I believe I just saw a cap can. That is something I did not notice at all. Zpanda is, of course, playing that operator, and the Kappa is in play in the 9x19 VSN, and I think he's got the PMM secondary as well. One of my favorite guns in Rainbow Six. They may not be the most hard-hitting guns. Okay, the PMM is one of the more hard-hitting guns, but the 9x19 might not be the most hard-hitting gun in Siege. It might not be the best SMG in Siege. but I just like it because it's lightweight, it virtually has no recoil, and very controllable, and just feels right. With that being said, we're going to be moving farther into the round. Drones are coming out from the side of TPM. They want to make sure they have all the intel they need on these defenders to make sure they continue getting rounds on board for themselves. Nick's holding down instead of blue is going to be, excuse me, is going to be just holding it down there. He's got an angle that he's going to be holding probably for the next 2 minutes. Only look away and get beat. Again, some siege tales, if you will, from myself as we are moving farther into this round. Shots are being exchanged right now as, excuse me right there. Shots are being exchanged, but nobody is killed. But as C4 comes out, it will find one. That is Spidey True with a brilliant C4 using his black eye cameras to excellent effect. And that is, of course, the Maverick of the board. A play indeed from True right there means that he is able to secure that kill for himself and for his team. Meanwhile, Hibana has gotten the hard breach done onto the main hatch inside of Church, excuse me. As that is, of course, one of many things that the side of Phoenix need to do. There is no pulse that is, and Pyromaniac will be busy taking down defender utility more than any defenders using the RED scanner. In the meanwhile, with less than 60 seconds left in the round, they have got to make this happen. TPM, they're down a man. They might still be able to pull this off. The flash, that is still their hard breacher. The Hibana with the diffuser probably will be dropping down kitchen hatch as we've got flashbangs being thrown inside the side as well. Pyromaniac going for the peak right now down the main stairs. He'll be looking for a fight right there. As still nothing coming out quite yet from the side of either team. There we go. The Flash is going to find one that's true over the board. That is the refrag from earlier in the round, but that is only one kill out of the remaining 4 that they have to get right now, and they have to make this push happen. But Nokox is going to find Kick-Ass. That's another kill for the side of the attackers that they did not need, and Eager might find one more. Yes, he will. That is Heathen of the board by Nyx. It's a 4 versus 2 right now. Will the Capcan find the IQ on the main stairs? He's pre-firing. He's trying to find it. Flashbangs are coming off on the other side of the side as the Flash has found one. He's got a triple kill with the trade. It's all down to Pyromaniac and 1v2. Will he be able to pull this off? Doesn't look like it. And there we go. The IQ goes down. And Phoenix, a little messy, mind you, they will still be able to win round 7. Give themselves one more round. And of course, the lead might still be in a favor of the Peacemakers, but it is 4-3 on round 8.
So we'll be seeing round 8 come out from the side of these teams. It's been quite the contrast, in fact, the way this match is going down. Did come down to Pyromania getting that double kill, and if he could have gotten that, been amazing. But the defenders were they were just in position that you could not get the frags on. We will be seeing the teams go on next round. That is, let's see how this match will turn out eventually. That is going to be True coming up with the dog. Z Panda is back on the Jaeger. Next will be playing the Maestro, and we will be seeing Mech out of the Mute. I put the shield on the Echo as well, as not sure if that being said, I just happened to realize.
Oh, there we go. Wait a minute.
Echo.
Wait a minute. Echo's currently banned, isn't
Exactly.
he? Did Phoenix not get the message?
I don't know.
We are gonna have to ask the admins right here, because that is currently not allowed as far as I'm aware, because of course of the echo bug that is currently going around, which makes his yokai drones completely invincible. Not invisible. These yokai drones go invisible regardless of wherever they are. If they're perched on a roof, they will go invisible. But they become completely invincible when this bug is in play. That is why Echo has been, of course, temporarily banned. There was a patch earlier today as well. I believe that was a maintenance patch, but we did not get any messages in accordance to whether or not that patch fixed the Echo drone bug. This is definitely very interesting. The round is still going on, but looks like we'll be heading into a rehost from the admin side call. As right now, things are not looking. They're not looking exactly great. And yep, Hypertoshi, the man with the echo. Apparently, he asked. I'm not sure which admin he asked because, as far as we're aware, there is no echo happening. We looks like we will be going into a rehost right now. Yes or no? Not quite sure. Yep. We are gonna be going into a rehost right now from the looks of things. So yeah, we'll be right back post rehost with more news according to what the situation is, and yeah, we'll be right back post rehost. Stay tuned. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the match between Phoenix and the Peacemakers on the map of Clubhouse. We are back from the rehost, and we had to go for the rehost on the admin call, of course, because there was an Echo in play from HyperTC. Echo currently, of course, is banned in competitive Rainbow Six because there's a bug going around that causes his drones to become completely invincible, invulnerable, cannot be shot out, cannot be hard breached, whatever. Nothing will work against it. And of course, that is a game-breaking bug because Echo's drone is meant to be breakable by merely using bullets. So, that has caused Echo to be banned on pretty much all forms of competitive Rainbow Six. And since HyperTC was playing Echo in the round, we noticed it a little late, but still, we had to call a rehost, and the round has been reset. We will be heading back into round 8, back into second floor CCTV. For the most part, all the ops that were selected will remain, except for the fact that HyperTC is playing the dock. And of course, he does probably want the ACOG on a version of the MP5, and that is going to be the ACOG on the MP5 of the dock. And yeah, it's a pretty good trade-out, I would say. The MP5, of course, had a damage reduction, I believe, down from 30 to 28. And yep, this should definitely be very interesting going forward from this point onwards. 3-4 is the scoreline for, of course, in favor of the Peacemakers. And it's only one round, mind you. One round in favor of TPM. Phoenix could very easily make up this round differential and equalize and even maybe take the lead, which would pretty much be a repeat telecast of the last game that we had, which featured the Peacemakers against newcomers, where it was a 4-3 on round 8, I believe. TPM in the lead. It became 4-4. And actually, it was 3-3 going into roll stop. Was it? Yes, it was. And then, yeah, the Peacemakers, they lost the lead much later in the round when it was 6. They were in match point, I believe, and then they lost 2 back-to-back rounds. Yes, that is what happened, actually. Just looked up my data. And unfortunate for them, but newcomers did take the match. Okay, enough harping on about that. As round 8, we have a Valkyrie in play, true, with one cam in... No, one cam in construction, one looks like it was in garage. Not sure where that other one was, and one may have been placed somewhere else. I didn't quite get to recognize the rooms nice and quickly. My brain seems to be a little slow today, facing its own lag issues, if you will. As we have the half wall trick already being done by the Maverick, and that's an interesting place to put down the Nomad charges as a C4 comes out. Will it claim anybody? Yes, it will. That's the Maverick of the board, and what a C4 play from True. The man came in with the brick and he threw it at the Maverick, taking him off the board. Spidey goes down, but more importantly, the hard breach onto the main wall of CCTV will not be happening. Well, it might still happen. Of course, the flash, that is the Hibana, is alive for the side of the Peacemakers. But the Maverick could have gotten that done without requiring the Hibana. But now, looks like I think the flash is already, yep, he's already at construction, breaking open the construction double wall right now. And Z-Panda in the meanwhile is going to take down Pyromaniac. That is the IQ of the board. More shots are being fired in the meanwhile as the flashbang has been thrown in by Heathen. He gets shot up by an operator inside, and that True goes down to Kick-Ass in the meanwhile as the Mute takes a lot of damage. He'll finally be down, but no, he should not have been standing at the open breach, and Nyx will take that kill onto Heathen very, very easily. Macox is down, but he's still alive, and that leaves only the Flash and Kick-Ass remaining for the side of the Peacemakers' attack right now. The Flash going for a peek towards the hard breach that he just made on construction double wall, and Kick-Ass inside of stockroom as the dock has healed up the downed Mute. And there's a Jaeger, that is Z-Panda down below, facing the operator of Buck, that is Kick-Ass. Shots are being fired from above as well as the Flash is going to go for the fight. He's going to find Macox. That is the Mute finally being taken over. The Jaeger gets down as well. He is off the board too. More shots are being fired by the Maestro, but he's flashed, and I don't think the Hibana knows. He doesn't even know what the Maestro playing, and that's a misplay right there, because Nyx just straight up gave the diffuser right there to the, excuse me, Nyx just straight up got the diffuser, handed to him on a silver platter, and there we go. The Maestro, the dog, in fact, will find another kill. That is HyperTC onto Kick-Ass, and what a misplay right there from the Hibana. That, of course, gives the side, the round and the site to the side of the defense. Round 8 goes to Phoenix. 4-4 is the scoreline. Round 9 is in play. Hello?
Hear me, right?
Yes,
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Back. For some reason, I'm having to come like real close. You know, I'm having to make love with my mic over here, or else it's not able to pick up my feed apparently. I just observed my phone battery is on 69%. Anyways, off-topic stuff. Let be off topic. Let's come back to the gaming here. Is
Need to locate and defuse
we'll be proceeding on round 9 here. Something that will be exciting. Now the gym bedroom back up again. Looks like I just step in when it's a gym bedroom. We'll be seeing Reaper come out with the ADS on the side of. Yeah, he's gonna come out with the ADSs on the side. The roam that they have with him, very classic, very standard stuff being done. The extended roam on the side of cache and CCTV area. You've got your basic set of reconstruction being done, but looks like Bandit is lacking a
10
reinforcement.
seconds remaining.
Oh dear.
I think he's asking for it. I think he's dying for it.
5 seconds left before
I hope somebody at least got that reference. But anyways, we'll be up and running round 9. The mute making sure that the foot level holes are being done, and Deepanda comes up with another ADS to support us. Well, the Flash, that is the Hibana, is making sure that no spawn peaks are done, and so is Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac has had an amazing run in terms of how the fragging potential goes. Not so far, at least not after the rehost. The Flash will be watching, I believe, essentially the only hard reacher except for Spidey, who got taken away. Amazing C4 kill, in fact, from Z-Panda. No, that was from Crew. That was a nice play indeed. Let's see what'll happen as we proceed ahead. Heathen is going to get himself some soft breach done, and so with that second pull out of the sledge hammer came in.
bomb located.
I'm never going to say those words again. Pulling out his sledgehammer. Definitely not. We'll be seeing Spidey come out with Maverick Breach, and looks like there's somebody all the way on the construction tunnel to find that real angle. Oh, C4 once again is going to claim Spidey's life. Spidey's. All the while, a good time with the C4s. Heathen is going to find a frag onto Z-Panda. The mute jammers is not going to allow Heathen to work with his own work. That means it's going to put him in a... But the breach, though, has gone down. Definitely it has. It's going to give him more than enough time, enough opportunity to work around it. Heathen will still be watching this little slit that he's got from that solo wall of construction. It's like Apatishi knows exactly what that slit is playing, but no, he actually misses his shadow. Well, that little pixel, in fact, of his body. Still be seeing Pyromaniac coming with the wall drop down. Reach in. Definitely the bandit trick has been... I would say the roles have been shifted towards a little bit more inside the site. You know, you want to make sure that you deny any inferior, but it looks like the attackers are going very quickly on. Inside, Zofia is going to find a frag that's kick-ass. The maze is being watched by the Hibana while IQ is trying to establish an entryway onto site. Pyromania comes in, he finds a frag. Look at that, Nyx goes down. It's all on a Mechhawk, and True Mechhawk will be way offside, and so will be True. He's all the way downstairs. He's got a C4 to work with, but Mechhawks say he's got SMG-11. Gets shut down. That is in construction. It's all down to the C4 play. It won't connect either. True has lost the only bargaining chip that he had for himself that could have gotten him the round, but not anymore. There's somebody watching the main stairs, but True is going to light him up instead. But how does Flash miss those shots? The Hibana is going to fall back and watch this angle. He takes him out eventually, though. Frag does come in a little late from the Peacemakers, but they finally find it. TPM win this round and take a good advantage against the side of Phoenix. It's definitely been a tournament for both these teams. But round 10 is where stuff happens. This is where we'll get the decider. If the Peacemakers move to match point, or will we see Phoenix take this or take us to another equalizer?
Round 10 is definitely in play, and I can tell you this much, Roxy, another equalizer will be very exciting for all of us, all of our viewers as well, as we're going to be moving to Basement Church right here on this round. And it should be very interesting to see the kind of plays that come out right now, because we know that the farther the match heats up, the more explosive the rounds become, the more C4s get tossed, the more impacts get tossed even, the more grenades and flashbangs are thrown, the more soft breach and hard breach is done, and I'm going to stop yapping right now because I'm going off on a tangent. But the point is that it is going to start getting very exciting indeed. We've got the Basement Church once again with its, as per usual, sound distortion. Yeah, not sure what happened in this particular area, but I'm pretty sure, again, it's not game breaking. It doesn't affect any of the players, so it's not a priority issue for anybody to deal with right now, except for, of course, anyone who's actually using sound for anything outside of, actually using sound for anything to call out by a spectator cam. We got Macaques on the pulse once again. He's going to be looking to use the C4 plays. Wait, did I say once again? I meant on the pulse. The True actually is the man to watch out for because he has been using Valkyrie C4 fairly well, for that matter. And yeah, I mean, we've seen what, like 3 rounds and 3 back-to-back C4 kills on twice onto Maverick and once I believe it was onto an IQ. So I'm not entirely certain about that last one. But still, twice on the Maverick. That is actually quite interesting because both times Maverick was caught doing his usual Maverick trick. Once on the CCTV main wall, once on the gym bedroom main wall. And definitely gives me some flashbacks to my experience playing Maverick in ranked. You know, I always get C4'd as well, so I can definitely sympathize with that sort of a situation. We've got the hypertension on the smokes. We've seen this before from smoke players. They hold down the dirt tunnel with their SMG-11 and shotgun and the smoke canisters, of course. ADSs and a shield to protect, excuse me, a shield and ADSs to protect that shield. As we got a hard breach onto the church hatch already. Moto has, that is, from the side of the flash. Hibana getting that done and a drone leading him down towards the main stairs door. He's going to break open the barricade and give away his position for a little bit. The Pulse, of course, knows that there's somebody down here, and he's going to be very interested to see where this particular operator goes. Hibana's going to be... Okay, looks like Flash wants to do that upside-down breach trick as... most Hibana players have been doing in the WBLAC Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege because that saves them from C4s. But no, he's going to go in and quickly pop back out. As I'm not sure if there's an impact trick ready from the side of the defense. Doesn't look like it. And that Valkyrie camera was spotted by Pyromaniac using the RDD scanner to great effect. And of course, putting IQ to good use. Shots were fired from inside of church as well. That was a Valkyrie trying to get a little bit of damage onto Pyromaniac for the camera that was just destroyed. As Hibana's going to go for one last hard breach. Not sure where that one is. That one on church wall. It is, in fact, and the Maestro was forced to move away from inside of that cover spot that he was playing. Double droning from the main stairs as we have Maverick going for a bit of a play as the C4 from the Valkyrie will not be connecting at this time. Merkhawk has got a C4 on his hand, but will he be using that right now? He's going to throw it. No, he's going to go for the bullets instead. Not connecting. A grenade comes into Z Panda. It will not take him out, but it's going to flush him out into the hands of the waiting Maverick. Spidey's going to drop down. Will he be seen by the smoke? Yes, he will. He'll be taken out as well. Bodies are dropping left, right, and center. Heathen finds another. Hypertension finds another one, that is. That is on to Heathen, who just took down Nyx. Flashbangs are coming in, but True is just safe for the time being. It's a 3v3, but Hypertension is very low on HP. Pyromaniac takes a lot of damage as well. As Pyro's going to take out the Flash. Unfortunate, but Kickass is here to take in the Hypertension. In the meanwhile, will that team kill matter? It's all down to the one operator that is True, and he'll be taken out by Pyromaniac as well. The Peacemakers are back, and they have taken round 10 on Basement Church, and the match is definitely heating up quite a bit right here. I believe this should be a match point for the side of the Peacemakers. Once again, they're on 6-4 against an enemy team. They have the advantage, and they definitely don't want to make a mess of this situation as they did in the last round. The second floor CCTV is going to be the side of choice from the side of Phoenix. And these next rounds are going to be very exciting indeed.
So Blackjack is definitely something that we'll have to look out for. TPM now. It's high time that they get a conversion, and 6-4 is the scoreline that we're looking at. Let us see if we'll be able to convert this, or they'll be able to convert that into a victory or not. The question still remains because they happen to sit on a similar score on Theme Park, 6-4 against newcomers. But newcomers pulled a Vector Sports on them. They definitely got themselves a comeback done, and more importantly, it was on the side. So it was really well played by them. It eventually came down to the overtime match point. That was 8-7 who took it, and that was still newcomers, mind you. I mean, the Peacemakers have come so close to victory that they've almost tasted it, but just not enough. We'll be seeing the boys fall back, at least as of now, and so the Valkyrie spots are coming in from the side of True. Take notes, my boys, as there's Mechhawk here. making sure that he's dropping down all of those huge charges and the jammers.
Attacker's objective is to locate
Not much droning that you can do around, or not much reaching that you'll be able to do around those garage walls. But this Spidey definitely stopped it. And with that being said, we'll be seeing Spidey make his way on the side of the main breach once again. I hope that he does not get C4'd again. Has been quite the game that we're getting to see. As True will be sitting on his cams, I believe. Yes, the entire rotate of the cams, and he's that does get hurt this time. No, yes, it will. Spidey will be more wiser to fall back this time around. Not want to lose or life of nothing. A nade comes out, is going to scrape Valkyrie there, but nothing that has converted out of it. Just some insurance, I believe, that he's brought onto it. The Maverick, I believe he'll be able to take some shots down. No, he won't. Apple coming in from the other side of the attacker. I believe that was Cass. Yep. Main breach has successfully happened this time with Spidey being alive, though. I believe that's the important takeaway from this one. The dog hold on the side of Catwalk is well. Hyper tissue on watching that area. Z-Panda is all the way downstairs, waiting for that new blue tension call to be made to happen. The Flash, meanwhile, has rotated all the way back to side of construction, along with Heath to help him, and so has Pyromaniac. Pyromaniac comes in with a little bit of pre-fire that he's trying to convert, but look at Panda has gotten the call to make the push back up. The flank is what he's expecting out of it. Heath, meanwhile, finds True. That's a nice frag coming in from the side of the Sledge. He's going to convert that nade, in fact, and the breach is already going down. Nyx had to be otherwise more careful. Angle, meanwhile, a 1v1 that he's taking, and he'll win that. The Maestro wins that over the Sledge. Really well played by them. Like Z-Pan is trying to get aggressive over here outside the breach. He doesn't know that the Claymore is on the left side of where he's trying to peek out. But at least now he's going to have to fall back. A C4 rip does get hurt out. He's going to claim the life of Pyromaniac. Mechhawk is going to claim that life. Spidey's here to get a refrag. But look at this. Mechhawk is rushed all the way up the top of the red stairs, and he's holding this. Nyx is going to find another frag. Meanwhile, Kick is going to find Hyper Tissue. It's all down to Mechhawk and Nyx, but make that one less attacker on the side. The Peacemakers, it's all down to Kick has to clutch this out in a 1 versus 2 if he wants the Peacemakers to walk away with this victory. The pre-fire that's still coming in from the man. Nothing that he's converted so far. 10 seconds left, and he's got to make this push happen. Not enough HP to work with either. He knows where the Maestro is playing, but that's the Alda that you're trying to fight against. You cannot win against it. Not while it's in the hands of Nyx with the trade-in. The triple kill for the Maestro is going to secure Phoenix another breathing chance as they move this 5-6. Still in the favor of the Peacemakers, but another round of Phoenix managed to put on board. This will indeed take us to overtime.
One round away to decide as to whether or not we're going to overtime right here on the map of Clubhouse. 5-6 is the scoreline. And the Peacemakers, once again, they stand on match point to win it. It is this one round, and I'm really emphasizing this fact because we had the same situation, in fact, from the side of TPM against newcomers, and it is almost about to be about to be a repeat telecast of that very same situation. Theme Park transitioning over to Clubhouse, and the Peacemakers, they definitely want to win this round if they want to secure the win and not have to drag themselves through yet another overtime where they have the potential of being defeated yet again. Phoenix, of course, will definitely want to go all the way to overtime because that is what they're here for. That is what they want to do, and that is the victory they want to take. Again, it all comes down to this round. Phoenix, if they win this round, that is it. Overtime is secured. If the Peacemakers win this round, then match over, game set, and good night. And it should be very interesting indeed as to which team takes the cake and the show in this round. Round 12 is in play. Nyx with the Maestro once again. He's going to be crucial to the side of Phoenix's defense right here. Excuse me. to, of course, not just deny diffuser, that is the plant of the diffuser, but also to deny attackers entry with his Alda, as he did so successfully in the last round on CCTV. The man was absolutely fantastic with the Alda in hand, and that is one of the biggest strengths of Maestro, the fact that his gun can be used as just almost as an effective operator denial tool as his gadget is an effective plant denial tool. And that makes him even scarier to go up against. You know, if anyone's ever listened to Maestro's voice lines, you'll know for a fact that Maestro makes jokes a lot about standing so still that his team might as well just kick him out. But literally, he stands very still and around. And then, but when it comes to fighting, Maestro is almost unparalleled in Rainbow Six Siege. Now, I'm fairly certain that the devs are going to have something to say about that in the future. But again, we don't know of any potential future changes coming to operators, balancing changes and whatnot. They, of course, try to keep the meta fresh, try to keep operators fresh at all times. But who knows? The future is uncertain. As we have Kick-Ass moving from the second to the first floor, we've already got the motor hatch being breached by Spidey as he's asking for, oh, another C4 comes in, but what a toss of the C4. Was that true right there? I believe that is, or was him. Yep, there we go. His C4 has been taken off. He knew that there was a breach happening, or at the very least had an idea of that breach. He's going to see the Zofia down the main stairs as well. And fortunately for Spidey, he will not be getting C4 to infinity and beyond on this round. Ethan, in the meanwhile, is going to find Hypertrophy, and that is a big kill right there. That is the Jaeger of the board. The Carbine's gone, but Pyromaniac, he's on the main stairs. You got to be careful of the long peek from the door of Arsenal. Meanwhile, there's a line of sight being opened up, a throwable area being opened up on the top of the church wall, and the grenade is going to be tossed in there any second now by Spidey. The man's got his grenades. He's going to throw them in to try and get the bandit batteries. Did that work? I don't think that did. Z-Panda is going to find Pyromaniac in the meanwhile, and there we go. That's another kill confirmed by Nix and Chu. In fact, Ethan and Spidey are also off the board, and suddenly it's down to Flash and Kick, as they don't even have the kitchen hatch breach done, that is, and 4 defenders are left alive inside a site. This is not a good situation to be in for the Peacemakers. They did not need to have this. They did not need to focus their push also heavily on the basement hallway, as Chu's going to get taken down by Kick as the Zofia gets a kill. But he needs to find a few more, so does the Flash, if they want this round to go their way. The Flash is going to be heard out, breaking the barbed wire on Memorial Room, as Zofia's going to go for the peek. What a shot onto Z-Panda, but they've got less than 10 seconds to make this push happen. The Maestro has been heard out. The Flash is going to go for this peek. Will he win? Yes, he will, but Macaque has found Kick-Ass in the meanwhile. The plan has to happen. It's now or never, and Macaque will hear that. Will he go for this peek? Doesn't look like it, but the Flash will not be on the plant. Oh, dear me. He was afraid of the push coming in for the bandit. He got off the plant and did not stick to it. He was in cover even then. And that is going to give the Peacemakers round 12. Excuse me, that is going to give the Team Phoenix round 12. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, I believe you've heard this one before. Are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play.
Oh boy. The Peacemakers are getting a repeat telecast of what just happened the last match as well. And what has happened with the Peacemakers? They sit on 6-4. They just cannot make a conversion. That one round they so badly need to make it a 7-4. Another overtime comes up. If Phoenix happens to walk away with this one, TPM is going to go back. Definitely mark this date in the books, because this would be the most bizarre, I wouldn't really say throw, but an attempt that they tried to make. 6-4 once, 6-4 twice, 6-6 once, 6-6 twice.
Yep. I believe this is called There Was an Attempt.
There was an attempt, exactly. Let's see that attempt. The fight is still not over though. I mean, it was over in the last match for them, because that match is already over. Saw newcomers take that away very well, 8-7, and honestly, we saw Lord Bane take that away, 8-7. But yeah, that out of the way, we'll be seeing ourselves head into this match. 6-6 is definitely the score that not looking forward to. I'm expecting TPM to be a little more wiser than what they've done here. Because we'll be seeing Pyromaniac come up. The IQ once again, he's been running the commander, the Holo in fact. Quite interestingly, that is something I prefer myself, the holographic sites. But anyways, will be seeing the Jaeger move away his barbed wire. It looks like there's a line of sight that he requests. That is true. As goes out, that is not going to connect to anything. And neither will the nade. The nade actually landed on the side of the breach. That is on the side where the Vic is standing on. Mute charge is what is stopping from to happen, but the railing sound has already been off. And Kikas, I believe he's already on the side. Yes, he is. He's walked straight up in. He's going to find Mechcock and True. In fact, the pistol is now to hand. He's got up his other enemies, that is his Bana and the Zofia. The Maverick is taking a lot of time, in fact, trying to get the breach open. They eventually do so. The Flash, meanwhile, finds another frag on the next. There's a dog playing on the side of garage. That is something that they'll have to worry about. But they are going to. Everybody's going to double down on him. That's definitely a gang up on him. Meanwhile, the Flash is going to teach the Pyromaniac. Zpanda comes up with a maneuver and he finds frag. Oh boy, this could be something that Zpanda can make happen because it's down, it's all on the Spidey with only 1 HP left. The Maverick has got to make this clutch happen. He's got a nail in play. He's going to bring that out, but that's only a distraction. Already the Jaeger's made his way back all the way on the side of it. Metal is going to get Zpanda. Clutch for Phoenix. Once again, an amazing throw comes out from the side of the Peacemakers as Phoenix walk away onto match point 7. Oh boy, 7-6.
I just have one thing to say. Peacemakers, what is happening? How? How does a team manage to throw that situation so badly from a clear man lead? It was what, a 1 versus 4. We had a team kill, there was a down, and then it just collapsed like a house of cards in the wind. How was Zpanda allowed to get away with that? Whatever. I mean, at this point, we should really be used to this. Again, no insult to TPM. They are definitely trying their hardest, but sometimes they make plays and they make decisions that just completely bamboozle everybody. I'm pretty sure all of our viewers in chat are confused as to how Zpanda was allowed to get away with that clutch. It was a great clutch, don't get me wrong, but it was sort of helped by the way the Peacemakers decided to go about winning that. It was sort of helped by how the Peacemakers decided to go about playing that round. And now, of course, Phoenix is in the lead. 7-6, the scoreline favors them. Or what? I believe it's the first time in this entire match. Yep. It is the first time in this entire match that we have a scoreline for Phoenix in the lead. Let's have a quick look at the scoreboard right here. I'm getting a little frustrated, admittedly speaking. Kick-Ass with 10 kills to himself. He's done quite a bit for his team, of course. 4, 3, and 5 from Heathen and Pyromaniac and the Flash. And, of course, Spidey. Not having a great time, having been C4 3 times in a row. Not exactly a good look for him. But hopefully he can come back from there. He's been supporting as well as Hypertush is going to take Spidey off the board. Hello? What just happened? That was the drone hole outside of the Red Stairs hallway that cost the life of Spidey, and the grenades come in. It would have damaged Pyromaniac just a little bit, but he manages to get away from it. Realizes it a little late, admittedly, that he was in range of that grenade, so to speak. All right. With that being said, we have the Maverick Breach coming out from the side of Phoenix's attack. They are in the advantage in the man count, and no refrag has happened from TPM. When the frag grenade gets thrown in from Hypertushi, but it's not going to connect onto anything as flashbangs are being thrown in as well. Somehow the smoke gets flashed. Not sure how the flash got flashed, but that happened. He will, of course, be unflashed in the flash as well, as K-Cass is going to be going for maybe a run out, but Macaque has found Heathen in the meanwhile. That is another operator down. That's the dock down as well. That is the garage control given away to the attackers. K-Cass has been spotted inside of the blue stairs. He'll be pushed onto next. And looks like Phoenix are dead set to win this, but it is still a 5v3, and the Peacemakers could make it out of this alive for maximum overtime. But will they be able to? Remains to be seen. The Flash standing on the cash room table, Kick-Ass on the oil pit ladder area. This little opening, of course, is great to hold down the angle on the stairs and maybe even on catwalk if you feel so brave. Pyromaniac on the red stairs. In the meanwhile, that is, of course, the remaining 3 defenders for the side of the Peacemakers. Candace comes up from smoke to deny the push coming in from the main breach. But, of course, if Phoenix so chooses, they could straight up just run through it. Jaeger's going to come back up blue stairs. He's going to be going for the peek on the garage, but will that be the one that costs his life? The drone has spotted him out. Once again, Kick-Ass being denied his pushes. He might go for a run-out play right here. He chooses to, but will he find anybody? Doesn't look like it. He's forced to come back in and come back in empty-handed for that matter. It's not looking good. Not looking good at all for TPM, but the time is going to be what gives this away to the Peacemakers if Phoenix does not make their push happen right now. And they have to do this. They've got their bodies concentrated. True's going to find one. That's the flash on the board. Kick-Ass goes for a maneuver, but of course this window is closed up. The plant is coming in from Z-Panda. Will the C4 come in from Pyro? Yes, it will. Will he deny? Yes, he will. But happens to find Kick-Ass in the meanwhile. It's all down to Pyro. The Mozzie in a 1v4. The defuse has been recovered. The plant is going off. Will he be able to clutch this? He's gotten 1, but he's got to find 4 more. There's the planter, but no, there's also the Sophia. And Phoenix will make the comeback happen. It was 6-4 in favor of the Peacemakers. And now, at the end of the match, it is 8-6 in favor of Phoenix. A hard-fought victory indeed. And the Peacemakers, unfortunately, they go 2 for 2 on losses today on day 5 of the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege Division 2 Season 3. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. That, you do not like to see that at all. Right, so we do, of course, still have one more game coming up for all of our dear viewers at home. And that, of course, I have a little bit of bad news. I know a lot of our viewers were sitting and waiting for the Vector Sports versus Virtual 5 game. But due to complications happening on the players and, of course, our sides, you know, rescheduling and whatnot, that has had to happen in a short notice, of course. The Vector Sports game has been moved to offline. We are going to have a match instead between Phoenix and Team Moaha for the final stream of the day. We do hope that all of our viewers understand that, again, it's just complications and situations that we couldn't really avoid with the way everything was going. And we'll be right back with the last match of the game very shortly indeed. Stay tuned.
Like that. Alright, the goal will start off a kill. Skip, that's the Ash of the world. Warhead will be meeting and crossing paths along with the road. But look at that. The Bandit is here watching that trying to peek on rather. Darkside is here to get that refrag in, but that's not enough people as a man count. I've got to be very careful from the peak from this location. And Report goes down to pick that shot. Get the shot somehow onto the attacker, and that read from Yakova is here. The Bandit. Oh boy! Swampy, yes he will. Will he find anybody? No, he wants a free fight and he's going to fall back. He's not going to connect the second shot as well. The ball was both from, and he's going to get him away. So, I think he's making his way back up unless T-Boy once again he comes up. Money goes down, but the refrag is here right back in from Spider-Man. That's a double kill so far for the Himana so in this round. And he's got himself a nice ass shot to help him walk into the soft breach, but the allies just beat them on the motto. They're not actually going to care about it. Spider-Man just straight up walking in, but Oxy's going to lose that fight in the end. It's all on the Spider-Man. Spider-Man gets a triple kill for himself. Can he get 2 more? He gets one. Almost a full kill. Does he get the even? The real question. Spider-Man, so far, he's getting all the kills on the board for this team. He needs 5 seconds and a frag. Does he find the yellow? He doesn't know where she's playing. She gets her out. Whoa! He needs the ends. Oh my god!
Went for a peek, wasn't able to find anybody. Instead, a drone saw him as he's gonna go for the vertical angle, but no, Dipjol's just too good. And Skeefy is gonna go down. That is unfortunately how proceedings are gonna happen. And it's a hatch drop onto blue and a rush towards side from the side of Valiance. Archangel transcription, Duckset goes down as well. It's all down to Warhead to do anything about this. Will he be able to? No, he's actually downed and taken out, as it's all down to Angrybot to do something about this. Time required for the counter defuse. Angrybot, of course, giving enough time for his team to confer, but he's going to go down to the ad.
That's really strong. You've got something on your hands. Etiban is going to make his way inside the map and get a quick frag onto the player playing on 90. He's going to spot the Valk and he's going to get another shot. Lancer's going to go down in the process, and Etiban's going to get 2 as the C4 comes out from the side of Stoneheart. That's going to get Lancer and Invalid off the board, as Etiban is sitting inside and he's going to get Stoneheart as well. This guy's just walking in. He's
hopefully from the rotation from the diffuser the defender's trying to make, and Nani on the other hand will eventually take out Roskill. Raksan will be there to take out Tusker, eventually getting an axis here, but Nani on the meanwhile gets a quarter kill. He just needs one more kill for the ace, and there you have it, boys. Virtual 5 Esports with Nani making an ace and White making an entry frag as well as a good place there.
Gone down, as Athar was not going to be paying attention, as it's all down to their hammer in a 1v3 to clutch this out. So he has some time on his side. He has some calls from his drones, I believe, as he is going to go for the repel. His call has been, his position is known. Dhanu is going to be there. He's not going to be able to contest that. Melo is also going to peek him, who's going to lose his life, as Diffuse is going down from the sun, but no Death Hammer is going to be there to take him out. So
but nope, 6-9 goes down. That's the sledge, and that is another huge kill. A lot of more utility that has just been taken out from Never Diamonds' arsenal. Jaeger's gonna find another one somehow. He's still alive inside of Cigar Lounge. Cobra doing so much damage for his team. He's gonna go for the jump out. Will he find one more? No, he won't. And he will be cleaned up onto by Mojo, but there's another one, and the dock gets taken out by Mojo as well. Mike cleans up onto one, but the Bearing 9 comes out, and that is a quick double kill from Veneno, as looks like level 0. All they wanted to do was jump out.
Sparko meanwhile gets caught up by Hasib. That's a Jaeger once again. Coming back alive. He's gonna spot the Nomad. Look at that shot from Hasib. What are you doing? The Jaeger gets that frag. What an amazing run out from Hasib, and the Jaeger is gonna convert that in fact. Influential for Mercy so far. But at this pace, he's got to get spotted out. He's going to get a frag. That's one kill. He's going to find another. Yes, he will. And a one tap. Hasib with the clutch comes in. 4 frags and a quad kill clutch from the man. I'm not sure. Oh boy, EX7 coming with the big, and he's going to claim the life of MI7. It's all out of Ninja Freak in a 1 versus 2. He's going to find the Mozzie, and he's got to find the whack. Everybody will be solo at HP. He can even make this happen if he wants to. But the real question is, will he be able to do that or not? He has some cover for himself. Will be attempting the plan, and he'll be sticking it apparently. Oh, he's going to find the Valkyrie. He doesn't know where the Mozzie's playing. He's going to reattempt the plan, but this is going to be a bait plan most possibly. Oh, the P comes in, and Ninja Freak comes in with the 1 versus 2 clutch from the side of Mercenaries.
A bit of damage as well as he was going to be coming out. Poseidon has taken 1. Beat took another one actually. Make that a 2v2 right now. Make that a 1v2. It's all of a sudden down to Hasib, the castle. But do they get the plant up? Yes, they do. Beat is going for it, but he will be denied. Hasib with the play in the strategic position that he was in is going to deny the Thermite from going for the plant.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power, experience. The WD Black NVMe SSD. darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with ACT Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack, and of course, joining me is my co-host and I'm Foxy, as we are here for the final game of Day 5 of Division 2 in Season 3 of the TEC League, and that is, of course, Phoenix versus Team Mwaha. And I know, we had a completely different game lined up for all of our viewers at home, but it's unfortunate. Situations happened that we couldn't avoid, and that match had to be pushed offline. With that being said, we are going to be moving into the ban phase of this game nice and quickly. Thatcher has been taken off the board, and we're going to have a second attacker ban from the side of Team Mwaha, or as I believe they're called, Constant Esports. There we go. Timer's going to take down, as is the selection from the side of Phoenix right here. And they are going to be banning the Blackbeard. All right, an interesting ban to say the least. I'm not entirely certain if Blackbeard is worth going for the ban on border. There's not really, as far as I'm aware, there's not really a whole lot of areas that Blackbeard can be used to terrifying effect. But you know, it's a choice that they made, and it is, of course, something that they have decided on, as of course, their defender ban is going to be Mira as well. Foxy, now that we're on the last ban, what do you think of this match that we've got on hand?
I believe the last ban has got to be Maestro. Now that Echo has already been permaban, and now that we're going to border, more importantly, the Thatcher has pretty much become something in the sorts of, oh, Valkyrie gets banned. Very interesting. Team Mwaha comes in with the Intel denial. True is going to cry in the chat as he types it, because True did have an amazing Valkyrie play last match that we got to see on Clubhouse, and what a play from them that we got to witness. Shutting down the Peacemakers. With that being said, let's take a quick look at both these rosters. Hypertishi, Mechhawk, Z-Panda, True, and Nyx on the side of Phoenix. While we have, it's just that the SF, the Sanctified Esports, is what confuses me. We've got Melo, Dhanu, Nexus, No Skill, and Roxanne on the side of Team Mwaha. Alright, both these teams, very good rosters that they present for themselves. We'll be seeing ourselves take into Armory and Archives first for the defense. It's classic stuff at this point. You're going to border, you know what the defense is going to be, unless, of course, you want to throw off your attackers and go downstairs. That is under ventilations. Let's see how that is going to turn out as we proceed ahead into this matchup. With round 1 will be underway. We'll be seeing the Mozzie being picked from the side of Dhanu as well. Melo is going to bring out the Doc very interestingly. That is an ACOT that'll give them all the while more room to work with. I believe he's going to be holding from the side of the dome, bottom of the dome, that is, the triple wall or the soda wall of the offices, all the way onto the soda can entrance for the CCTV area. That's an angle we've seen multiple is employed, because you get yourselves a nice lines of sight all the way from one side of one adjacent side of the objective, all the way to an entry point that the attackers have to secure for themselves. Melo will indeed come out with that ACOG, and he's going to be, there you go, he's going to be utilizing that, just like I said. Very classic stuff being done, in fact, but this is the stuff that helps you win. Team Mwaha, though, they've had quite the, I have to be honest, man, they've had a really disheartening run this season. They've been trying to put the rounds on board. Everything is going to overtime, and they just happen to lose on 8-6. They happen to lose on 8-7. It's very disheartening, in fact. But they are going to have to keep their performance on point, at least for this match. This is indeed the finale week for Division 2 and Season 3. So keeping or getting these rounds on board is 2 drones given to the Mozzie away already. Definitely that second drone will get taken out, but I believe the Zofia is AFK all of a sudden after dropping down a Claymore. That he's just staring down the Claymore. While Maverick will be doing his job, he's making sure he's getting the breach done. I believe the Doc is, oh, look at that angle being applied by the Doc. He might as well find the, no, he doesn't. He looks away at the wrong time. He's gonna scrape off the shoulder of the Maverick. He's gonna fall back. True loses a lot of HP in that duration, or at least he still have something in terms of how this breach is supposed to go down. There we go. He's missed a little bit of panel there, and he also has happened to miss an entire Dog playing on that solo wall. gets taken off and gets punished for not having enough cover being placed for getting the breach done. And now True finds himself on the other side of the Maverick breach trick. Very interesting, very funny. In fact, the way the last match went down, True was always the defender side of converting that frag while the Maverick was busy tricking it. But this time around, True will be this end. A drone comes out, that's obviously from the Mozzie because it's thrown outside. Puck tries to come with some pre-fires, but he's not going to connect, at least not as of now. Raksan, a safe passage onto the L window, but Dhanu is gone for a long run out, very interestingly enough, as Rakshan will be picking another fight of his own that is against the Buck. He's not converting anything so far. Hypertishi takes a lot of damage. He's going to spot the Mozzie, but he's not going to claim his life. Looks like a little bit of a rotation is coming in from the side of Phoenix. They've not got enough time. Very honestly, they've cut their attack here. This is not working out well for them. Only 30 seconds left, and there's no control established whatsoever for the side. And Tanu is going to take down Hypertishi. Zofia goes in all the way on the side of Metal. I hope at least puts out a play for herself. Puts up Metal. She's waiting for that peak to come in from the Jaeger, and he's going to claim that life as well. Tanu claims another. It's all down to the Hibana, who will get shut down by no skill. And boy, oh boy, what are we going to see here? Team Wow, what an amazing first round comes in for them. And I believe that was indeed a first round. And really well played by them. Mind you, Moha happens to sit on a rather very bad spot. Very bad spot right now for them in Division 2. They sit on the 7th position. They want to make sure they get these rounds on board. They want to make sure they win this match, because the moment they do, they will secure themselves this finale week a spot alive, at least for the while, in Division 2. That is going to be the priority for Team Wa. We'll be proceeding in round 2. Scoreline in their favor.
Alrighty then, a flawless round to begin things for the side of Team Waha, an emphatic baiting, so to speak. And we're going to be going to Ventilation and Workshop with the 6-pick out of the pulse into the castle from, I believe that was Nexus right there. And yep, it was Nexus. He's got the proximity alarms because, of course, Castle has had to trade in his impact grenades for the proximity alarms this season. Then again, not much of a big change. He does still have a super shorty for ease of rotation making. That, of course, he stole from Mozzie. That's a point I'm never going to get over. Thank you very much. But, yeah. With that being said, we're going to be moving into the site of Ventilation right here. And it's going to be an exciting game for sure. Team Waha, I believe, Foxy, do correct me if I'm wrong, but Team Waha, I believe, are the team that we have seen go to overtime every single match. Is it that they have had so far? Yep. In fact, I do believe they are, so this should be very exciting indeed, because if it does turn out to be the fact that Moha go to overtime here, they will at the very least have something running for them, even if it isn't the winning round count. Of course, going to overtime isn't exactly a terrible thing. Just ask Phoenix and newcomers after today's games. But with that being said, we have a first floor breach already. Is that a rush? I believe that is into Ventilation. The plant is coming off from the side of Phoenix. Nyx is already here with the plant. And the no-skill and Mellow no-skill are actually going to get a couple onto Hypertition and Z-Panda as Makok took out Rexus. In the meanwhile, Nyx is going to get taken out from above as well, as kills are being confirmed by the side of Team Waha just to make sure that they have everything they need. There's a sledge out there by the main door, and the kill will not be confirmed. Mello is able to get away with that somehow, and Dhanu's going to be the one to go for the fight. Will he win? No, he won't. He's going to lose that. It's 2 versus 2 right now. All done to Mello, no skill against True and Macox, but Macox is going to find Mello. That was the man going for the counter defuse, and no skill is above. He's going to have to rotate downwards. There's a little bit of pre-firing onto the main door, but that rotate, unfortunately, looks like it's been half made. He knows that there's a sledge out there. The callouts are in for his team, but will he find the kill? Yes, he will. That's one down, but the timer is past the point of no return. He's going to go for the round instead. Will he get the kill? Yes, he will, but the bombs will still be disarmed, and Phoenix, even if they did lose all of their men in that rush plant, it still worked out. The timer was delayed long enough, and the round goes to them very quick on round 2. Round 2, I mean, already done and dusted. Who would have thought? Who would have thought indeed? But Phoenix, well played indeed. Got the plant off, even if the vertical lines of sight that were established from the side of Team Moha Constant Esports were enough to sort of shut down the attackers holding down the diffuser inside of ventilation. The ones that managed to get away, mainly speaking the Sledge and the Zofia, were the ones who were able to deny the retake from the side of the defenders. And Team Moha were left in a bit of an unsavory situation, as we're going to be moving back to first floor ventilation on round 3.
Quite the round, and a very good reading from the side of Phoenix. They made that rush happen, and they made that happen perfectly, in fact. See if that is going to be something that Moha will be considering. They should have already anticipated the fact that a rush could be into place, and that rotation was not made in time. There's only, because I believe there was Nexus make rotation was, but now Khan is here to help him as well with the mute shotty, and these lines of sights will be made all the while more faster to make sure that another rush does not happen. But I'm sure, Phoenix is all the while more wiser. They know exactly that a rush cannot work twice, at least not consecutively. Maybe it might, I'm not sure. But at least for now, that is not going to be the case, at least. That is what I can speak out of experience. No Skill comes up with the Mamai. He's going to be holding on top along with Mel, who's got the shield as well. That's your Ella. Some reason Ella happens to be one of those operators that you can use perfectly on a map like Border. With so many close quarter combats that you have to win, Ella, just with that concussion effect of herself, with her mine, happens to be a little too potent for my liking. We'll be seeing Hypertishi come up with a nomad charge very early, so that any aggression coming in from the side of the armory door does get caught out. Drew comes in with another sledgehammer that is on the way towards the 90 hallway. He's making sure that nobody's allowed to push up. And yeah, that is definitely something. Melo is already going to bite the dust. That is Z-Panda making sure he gets a frag. Along with the Ash, the G36C comes alive. Going to be, I believe that's the R4C, mind you. My bad, that's the R4C in fact. I didn't quite get to catch that. It was a little too overhyped in terms of how this match is going down. Danu's got a castle barricade to provide him so much cover, but this is essentially a death box that he's sitting in. Got more than enough room to just keep moving around like that. That's exactly what he's doing, but there's somebody creeping up to him on the side of AC Wentz. There's a frag from the side of Rakshan. That's indeed a C4, but so many shots being fired. No Skill is going to be the victor of one of those. Z-Panda goes down. That's your Ash off the board. Meanwhile, the castle barricade does get open, and that finally, Kanu is going to notice that. Not sure what he is thinking. No Skill gets his gets taken off, and so does Danu. It's all down to Nexus and Rakshan, but Rakshan is here to chime in. He's going to find a frag. He's got the shotgun in hand. This could just be the play that he needs, and Nexus comes up with another frag. It's all down to Nyx now. He's got to clutch it out. The Hibana once again in a 1 versus 2 clash to make this happen. He's going to watch where the castle is. He's not going to find them. There's another mute waiting right for him in the office hallway, or rather the office area that is close towards Fountain. Few pre-fires coming. That is definitely going to scare Rakshan off the position that he's playing on. But still, that information that is being faded off is still not enough. Rakshan has to work this way up, but oh, look at this. The angles not turning in the favor of Nexus right now. Some pre-fires come in, but that is still not a conversion. Not for the Hibana. Hibana takes a few more shots. That is Nyx. He's got to be very scary in terms of how he's making this play happen. Cam does get noticed and gets taken out. That's the 90 Cam. I believe Rakshan is not in the right way, and no, he won't. Nyx is going to get that frag as well. It's a 30-second mark that the Hibana has to clutch in. There's a hatch open. That means their pellets won't be useful anymore. He's going to go for the drop, making his way in for the plant. Nexus will be all the way inside customs. He's waiting for the plant to go down. I believe that is from the small room. 20 seconds left. He's going to maneuver back on towards the hallway area. Got a super shorty to help with, an angle opened as well. Hibana, she's got the plan down, and it's a post-plan clutch situation for her, and this is indeed a ticking time bomb for the side of Nexus to clutch against. In fact, 30 seconds left, and he's making his push happen. Nexus doesn't know where the Hibana is. The UMP is got to come in handy. Will it or will it not? No, it won't, and the clutch comes in from Nyx. The Hibana is going to get that 1 versus 2 this time around for Phoenix, securing another round on board. 2-1 is the scoreline as we'll be proceeding to 4.
Alrighty then, what a clutch from the Hibana right there. Nyx, I believe it was, on that operator, getting the clutch in for his team. 2-1 being the scoreline on round 4. The lead has been secured from the side of Phoenix, and they definitely want to continue extending it farther and farther. We're going to be heading back to Armory Lockers, the site where Constant Esports had a flawless round, mind you. But will they be able to continue having, well, not maybe a flawless run, but will they be able to win out here on the side of Armory once again? That remains to be seen. Looks like no 6 picks will be coming out from their side as well, as we'll be moving into the 4th round nice and quickly. Of course, we all know how the preparations go on border, as we've got the reinforcements on the main wall, we've got the reinforcements inside of office. Someone holding them down last time, I believe it was Mello on the dock, who was trying to go for a peek against the Maverick, but it didn't quite work out for him, as he wasn't able to kill the Maverick as far as I remember. But of course, he made himself useful elsewhere. But that being said, there we go. The angle by the shelf inside of Armory, by the main double reinforced wall, is going to be opened out by Nexus on the TCSG, who probably will be holding that angle as well from inside his sight. No Skill is going to be making the rotations inside, one inside of course, CCTV, this little small corner here, and one into Fountain. That is going to allow the defenders to hold down 90 hallway that little bit more easier. Looks like Mello wants to set up the long angle that we have seen all the way towards the door of Break Room, the entrance door of Break Room. And that is another spot that is pretty powerful, you know, when it comes down to it on a border. There are plenty of powerful spots that can change the tide of the map, excuse me, and get the ball rolling, as it were. Get things moving for the side of defenders. Phoenix on the attack, of course, they have managed to take 2 rounds, both were on ventilation, mind you. But coming into this round, they might just be able to pull something special here. And it only remains to be seen what kind of specialties they are able to bring out. We've got Hypertizzy right here, the man with the Nomad. He's going to be putting down his air jabs all over the east stairs, making sure that no defender can push up there, as the shield on the 90 hallway has been spotted out. The Zofia will be trying to get rid of that as we speak. And I don't think anyone's actually, you know, there is somebody that is Roxanne in the 90 hallway, but he's on the bend that is towards the rotation of Fountain and not towards the shield, as we have Ash recharging from below to take out the Electric Claw that Kaida's put down here. But again, not being able to find it, he might find Mello instead. Will he? He did see the Electric Claw, and there we go. That being taken off the board will allow Nyx to go for the hard breach on towards this big wall right here. No Maverick this time, as excuse me, the Hibana will be finishing up the hard breach nice and quickly. Drone comes out as well, but nope, he takes out his own drone. That's a rest in peace for that drone right there. Unfortunate for Nyx, but he does have, I believe, another one that he's using right now to drone for the rest of his team. Hypertizzy all the way out by the balcony, the south balcony, I believe that is, on of the map. Still not entering break room. Looks like he's just trying to make his way towards his teammates right now. And it's like a 4-man rappel, 4-man hold on just outside of the main wall of office. Interesting hold right there from the side of Phoenix, but looks like it's going to work. But no, there's a refrag in from onto Z-Panda, and No Skill takes on Macox as well, making it a 3 versus 4. No Skill with the SMG-11 is going to go for the plays right here. And unfortunate, Nyx does not know where the Jaeger is playing. That's another kill for the defenders, making it a 2 versus 4, all down to Hypertizzy and True. True's trying to make his way inside of Fountain, but inside of Office, but of course he knows that there's operators watching the diffuser right now, as Hypertizzy is all the way inside of CCTV, trying to go for a completely different push. That might not be advised, mind you, but there is a Mozzie in there that could definitely be a thorn for the Nomad right now. He's going to find someone else, though. That's Roxanne of the board, and he definitely hears where the Mozzie is shuffling around, excuse me. And, oh, Dhanu's still going to win that, however, and that is Hypertizzy off the board. It is now all down to True in a 1 versus 3. Dhanu's low on HP, but the canisters are coming out from the smoke. He will still push through, and he will get taken out instead. No Skill was ready for that. He had his SMG up on the go, on the dot, and the kill confirmed gives Constant Esports round 4, equalizing the round count against Phoenix. 2-2 is the scoreline on round 5.
All right, quite the round coming in from the side of Team Waha over there. They definitely brought the guns alive for themselves, and more than that, it was the Roxanne and the No Skill show. It was really a good hold that we saw Roxanne bring out from the side of Fountain, along with the little help that he got from his very trustworthy teammate, that is a Smoke. Nexus comes in with a 6-pick for that is from the Goya onto the castle, as we'll be seeing them go onto ventilation and workshop room once again. Mind you, border happens to be a map which is attacker sided, definitely, and walking away at least in the scoreline of a 3-3. Even if you're still walking away in the roll swap, it is still a win for the side of Team Wahan, because they can take the maximum advantage of their attacking rounds when they happen to shift over to the other side. We'll be seeing No Skill come up with the Wamai this time around. That was very interesting. Nexus got the castle on board. That means obviously it's a standard top floor hold. The reinforcements being done accordingly as well. But quite interestingly, I did see the castle being employed on this window and the doorway. That is what he's going to do. Once again, Nexus comes up with that castle barricading this area. That this turns it into an essential dead box, unless of course, you know, the attackers decide to take that away in the beginning of the round. It only stands to see if they'll be doing that or not, as we'll be proceeding later into this round. Round 5 will be underway. Seeing Mekhawk watch. He's running the Zofia once again. Very interestingly, we've got Nyx on the hard breach once more. Danu will be bringing out the mute. That does bring out our OG days of the mute and castle combo quite interestingly. Danu, oh, whoa, look at this rush once again. No Skill is going to find Nyx this time around. I believe they are a little more prepared. Mekhawk is going to find a frag, but the plant is about to go down. Mekhawk will be the man on the plant, and there's a sledge who's waiting right outside. Mekhawk there's no challenge for Mekhawk. No, there is. She finds one and True finds another. It's all under Nexus and Raksan. Where are they? Nexus will be a little too close to the side while the Z-Pond up converting on that frag, and it's a shutdown once again. The works out for Phoenix, as that is the same side that they try to attempt to defend on. Isolation workshops, something that Team Waha has been able to defend. Phoenix takes that away as well. Round 6 will be underway.
Oops, I forgot my mic was muted on Discord once again. But it is a 3-2 situation on round 6 right here, as we do have, looks like a lead potentially developing from the side of Phoenix. Round 5, of course, went to them. And it's always that sort of a situation that whenever it goes down to the first floor, it seems like Phoenix just sort of perks up. They win the round, and then we go back to Armory, where Team Waha, that is Constant Esports, managed to win the round again. Now we're going to be moving into round 6 right here, the last round before roll swap, and it is a little bit of a different sight from the side of Team Waha. They have brought out the site of Customs Inspection, a site that you normally wouldn't go to unless, of course, a team has absolutely won both Armory and Ventilation. And even then, we have some teams actually actively opting for the option of bathroom and tellers over on the eastern end of the building. So, you know, there's plenty of options when it comes to border. It's a map that somewhat tends to swing wildly, of course, between attacker-sided and defender-sided. It is predominantly attacker-sided, I would still say, but there have been days where defenders have absolutely stolen the show. With that being said, of course, border is still only in play in the TEC map pool because we were in the middle of the season when Operation Steel Wave began. So certain changes of Operation Steel Wave when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six will be beginning from Season 4. That is going to be beginning very soon indeed. But we're still not done with Season 3, so border is still in the map pool. Starting Season 4, I believe it will be New Oregon in place of border. That should be very exciting indeed. New Oregon in competitive. Of course, already Pro League is playing it, and we will be catching up to that particular situation very soon ourselves. Very exciting times in the future prospect, that is, as we have the remaining bits of this defense being set up from the side of Team Waha. Vertical lenses sight and rotations being set up as a Maestro is on the CCTV hold. All right, that's very interesting indeed. This Mello opting to stay inside the CCTV, and Raksan, of course, inside of Armory Lockers right here. Both of them have a job to do, and that is to stop the attackers from getting second floor control, or at the very least, waste as much of their time as possible. Meanwhile, the meat jammer that has been placed on break room door is stopping the attackers' drones from getting in and gaining intel on where both the mute and the Maestro are sitting. Meanwhile, the Ash goes for a breach, and not sure where that one came out on. Mello, in the meanwhile, still sitting inside a security room. He's safe for the time being, but the castle barricade behind him has been broken. He's got to be careful of that. He has an open hatch to fall back on if he so needs to. again, he's got to be aware of that. Nexus is actually going to get Hyper Tissue. That is a pretty big kill, but he does not know that there's another one outside. But there's the Jaeger. He could potentially go for a peek right now. True finds Nexus in the meanwhile, and the Z Panda takes a few shots as well. Z Panda's got to be careful. True finds another one. That's Mellow off the board. That's the Maestro down. Both pretty big kills, mind you. Mellow and Nexus are very influential for the side of Team Mwaha, and denying them those two players is very big indeed. Ruxan's going to drop through the server room hatch, back down to safety of the first floor. But he's got to be careful. There's attackers above him in this situation, as I'm not sure if that drone spotted him out inside a workshop just yet. Looks like we've reached a little bit of a standstill with less than 45 seconds left in the round. Phoenix, of course, have to regroup and get their push together for the main push into its site to get the plant off, or at the very least, get their get the remaining 3 defenders. You know, that's of course the least they can do, or get the plant off, extend the timer, and then get the remaining 3 defenders. Either of those situations work. The drone has spotted out where no skill's playing, and he's in a bit of a spot because the hatch, of course, is open, and there is a breach as well on the back wall of customs inspection from the Hibana, as he's going to opt to break the castle barricade instead to secure himself a rotation. He sees the Hibana, and he will get the down. Will he get the kill? That is Dhanu there, but Z Panda takes down Roxanne, and there goes the smoke as well. It's all down to the last remaining operator. That's Castle. He's found one. Will he find the last one? There's no time left, and he still gets the clutch. Dhanu, the man on the UMP, will manage to find the remaining 2 operators in a clutch situation with a pre-fire to finish off Zofia. And that, of course, gives round 6 to the side of Team Mwaha. And I believe that is, in fact, the equalizer coming out from the side of Constant Esports, making it 3-3 in no one's favor in round 7.
Oh boy, what a clutch coming in from Dhanu over there towards the end of the match, towards the end of the round there, in fact. 3-3 equalizer. Like I said, that would still be a win-win for the side of Team Mwaha, walking in with an equalizer on board. 3-3. It's a fresh start right now with the role swap happening, but definitely it is the attackers who are walking away with the rather advantage that they have for themselves. Let's see if that is going to be the case or not. Kaid comes up with a 6 pick from the mute, as the armory lock is going to be the side. Once again, Dhanu, the man with the clutch, is going to take some time to load into lobby. Dhanu, got to clutch a little more, my man. If you happen to do that, you will also happen to get a WD Black SSD too, but not until you start winning some games. Come on, Team Mwaha. They've got to put their games on board. They've got to make sure they get this done right, because this is the only chance. This is the finale week for Season 3 of Division 2. Even if Team 1 does not get the promotion done onto Division 1, the maximum priority is going to be the fact that they stay alive in Division 2. They don't want to go back to Div 3. Definitely not. Let's see how that is going to be, though. Almost Season 4 and you still don't have a WD Black as it says. Get a WD Black as guys, this is exactly what happens if you have one. Spend less time loading and more time gaming with the WD Black SSD. You don't want to be Dhanu, at least not while loading though. While clutching, yeah, you can be done, but not while loading. Yeah. We will be up and running on this roundup. That is going to be round 7 with the role swaps happen. That obviously means that the defense will be on the side of Phoenix. You will see Z Panda come up with the Jaeger. Hyper Tissue will be the one playing the smoke quite interesting. The crew will be on the dock. You have Nyx, Maestro. Watching that angle all the way outside, that is a soft wall not being reinforced, very standard strategy being employed in terms of how a Maestro for 6 each. So yeah, Z Panda comes up with another ADS that's all the way on the side of so yeah, just making sure that all this is done right. Else nothing to worry about here. And the Mechhawk will be playing the Kaid. The Mechhawk man has had the highest skill depth ratio in the entirety of Division 2, mind you. The something that way too many frags for how normally a person can do. Yeah. Let's see how that is going to turn out though. Hypertishi will be watching a few angles. I think that the pre-fight from Mellow, I believe, the Sophia. A really nice angle being employed from all the way outside Valley. Seeing Nexus hold this area down. Nexus will be on the hard breach, mind you. Going to make sure that the breaching is done. And with the Thermite in play, I'm a little concerned why we did not see Phoenix bring out the Thermite. They had the Maverick come out, the Hibana. But anyways, let's see how this match is going to turn out eventually. Go for them. No skill will be downstairs. Going to make sure that Raksan has left the game. What? Raksan, sad. That's a sad discussion coming in. And as we will be having a little bit of a... Wait, what? How did the hatch not open up? What? There's no way that hatch not open up. Drew has got himself a little bit of a... Reaper tries to trick the Claymore, but Claymore's laser is something that you cannot escape from like that. I put he's got the SMG 11 in hand, and he's got to lose that fight against that beautiful shot by Danu. The Nomad comes to play and comes alive a Mechhawk. Nix is all that is left for converting this victory for the side of Phoenix. C4 goes out, there's nothing to convert over here. Some pre-fires are coming in, but that is not going to find anything either. Thermite comes in with the breeze, that is obviously for the plan to go down. There's Maestro camps to worry about as well, as Mechhawk is in a fight of his own. That is against the Buck. Nix is going to take the fall, it's all on the Mechhawks. In fact, he cannot even go for the revive, and he won't, because Team Waha will walk over them completely. Mellow to finish it up, or no skill to finish it up with the last frag onto the Kaid, and the Rios request has indeed been put into place, and the Rios shall be awarded. Take a quick look at the scoreboard before the Rios go to play as well. 3-4 is the scoreline in the favor of Team Waha. We'll be right back with Roxanne back in the lobby, and more siege action waits on the other end of this lobby. We'll be right back.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between Phoenix and Team Moha. We are here on a border for the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege on a round 8. On the last match of Day 5 of Division 2 in Season 3, it is the end of the first day of Finals Week, ladies and gentlemen. And this match, of course, looks like it is going to be another game where neither team is willing to give up. The score is currently 4-3 in favor of Constant Esports, of course, as we'll be moving into first floor ventilation and workshop from the side of the defense. Where, of course, post-roll swap as well, which means that the defense is the side of Phoenix, while Constant Esports are actually attacking. We have the 6 pick from True out of the Bandit into the Pulse, and we are going to be waiting just a little bit longer for Danu, of course. The man who, I believe he clutched a little while ago with the castle. I might be wrong on that. But the man, of course, has been very influential for his team, as is the rest of Constant Esports. They had a disconnection in the last round. Didn't matter. They still managed to completely shut down Phoenix's defense, and that was absolutely amazing to see. Now we are here on first floor ventilation, and things are looking like they might go in favor of Team Moha. They might not. Again, border is a map that tends to swing very wildly either way. And of course, it will be very interesting to see where this match goes from here. Phoenix will definitely not like the fact that they have conceded the lead that they once had on this map. They were 3-2, reminder for everybody, before the roll swap happened, and then they lost 2 rounds back-to-back, round 6 and 7. As now they've got a top-heavy defense of 4 first floor ventilation to hold it down. But will Team Moha go for a rush plant? Give Phoenix a little taste of their own medicine? Or will Phoenix be able to get a round back and equalize here on round 8? Only remains to be seen, as the remaining bits of defense are being set up by the defensive team right here. There we go. Some more vertical lens side being made by the Jaeger right there. And I do admire the fact that he's running that skin with that particular weapon weapon attachment skin as well. It really goes well, the blue and the white along with the black, right? I'm pretty sure some people will agree, but some will don't. You know, it's subjective at the end of the day. With that being said, enough about the weapon attachment skins. They are nice, but not as nice as the match at hand. Ahaha. I'm not sure what I went for there. I am absolutely not sure. I'm gonna nope. Just let's move on. We've got a bit of a standstill right here. Droning from the side of Team Moha. They want to make sure they know where these roamers are from the side of Phoenix. As is that Jaeger going for a long peek on towards from sandwich window towards the AC fence area. I believe that was, but of course we moved off of that right now. And we do have a pulse in play that is True playing that operator. In towards waiting. The already is going to find where the pulse is going to be fired, but not quite. A C4 comes out, and it does not connect onto anybody, but I believe that is True, who has been downed and taken out by Pedro as well. Lots of shots being exchanged in the meanwhile, but no bodies have dropped as well, as there is a defender who's going to be taken out. That is the Jaeger by the Sophia. That's Mello on to Hypertigy, finding that kill. He's got a good amount in his shin. He's going to take that out. It is a 3 versus 2 right now. 3 versus 5 right now. That is Team Moha definitely in the lead. It's a 2 versus 5 make that, as No Skill finds the Marcox in the meanwhile. It's all down to Z Panda and Nyx. Both of them are very formidable players, but against a full roster of Team Moha, we're not sure exactly what kind of a play they will be able to make. They do need to pull out something special if they are to win this, as there's a push on towards ventilation coming in from the windows as well. Z-Panda might just go from the peak right here. He's got the shotgun up, but decides against it, as Nyx finds one. That's Danu off the board. The Nomad is down, but that is only 1. They've got to find 4 more. It is a 2 versus 4. Flashbangs being thrown towards side to burn out the ADS, as Z-Panda is trying to play vertical. Gas canister comes out to throw off the push from the side of the attackers, but will he find any more on that hatch of server room? Doesn't look like it, as the push from the main door is also being set up. Another canister comes out from smoke, as the plant is being slowly but surely denied. The time is slowly but surely being made to take over, as the clock, of course, will be on the side of the defenders until the plant goes off. And when it does go off, it will be on the side of the attackers. Z-Panda is out of gas canisters, and the plant is going off from Nexus. He's got to make the push happen, but I believe there is a hold from the main door, but he will still find him. That is Nexus off the board, and there's less than 10 seconds remaining. The diffuser is in the hands of the defenders. He finds one more, but no, he's going to be taken out instead by No Skill, who took on Z-Panda, who took down Roxanne. But unfortunately for the defenders, it was almost all in their favor. But it looks like the side of Team Moha will be walking away with yet another round in their favor. Round 9 is on board. Round 8 goes to them, of course. 5-3 is the score line. It is a 2-round lead. And Team Wall, of course, is saying, you know what, give us that weekly clip. Please do, with that beautiful play from the Buck. Mind you, whipping out the pistol to get the kill at the last second was well done. Don't get me wrong, that was well done. But there are other clips to sort through as well. What ends up being decided as the clip of the week remains to be seen, because we do still have another entire day of a play for Division 2 before they can call it quits for Season 2. With that being said, Team Mohasid on a bit of a good position right now. Round 9, 5-3 is the scoreline. They are 1 round away from the match point. Things could look a little bit better. Foxy, do you think they're going to be able to take match point on this round?
I mean, the way Moa has been facing them so far, they might as well take it. Most surely deserve it though, the way they've been playing so far. But it does come down to how they'll be playing this one. We have seen Phoenix make a comeback in the last match, and we have also known the fact that Team Moa has been having the curse of every single match going to overtime. So yeah, that curse might get continued today unless they decide to end it. It's in their hands. See if Team Moa will be taking us to match point, or will we still see Phoenix stand up towards this team that is attacking right now. And like I said, Blackjack, going back to when halftime came into place is the fact that if Moa happens to walk in with a 3-3 advantage in attack, it is still a win. And all the evidence pointing towards that fact that I tried to pull out is this. Moa is amazing with their attacks, and Border just happens to be a map where it just happens to favor the attacker side more. And there's so much more space to work with. Mello is going to try and shoot through. He's going to take some shots, but not enough. But look at this peek from the Jaeger. See, Panda is going to get a frag out of Danu. That's a no one off the board, and very early, in fact, into the round. It's not enough time even left for her to take out those air jabs. We're still seeing Jaeger hold on in a really bad spot, but pressured on, mind you. There's a Zofia, there's an IQ, there's a Thermite. They're all creeping up on him slowly but steadily. The Zofia is known there's a Jaeger very close to the store. Bello could the crossfires, and yes, he will be. What is he doing? Does the formation not get traded off? He's gonna get another frag, but the trade is right back from next. It's a nice frag being put for Raksan, and no skill is all that is left for Team Waha. Gotta make this push happen. The Doc, wait a minute, no skill. The tunnel visioning is gonna find a frag at least. He's gonna find both of them. It doesn't matter if he's tunnel visioning. What a shot from no skill over here. The Buck, oh, is gonna light up whoever's playing in Fountain, and the Fountain guy doesn't know what to do anymore. What is just happening here? Oh boy, no skill with the plays. The round that started off in the advantage for Phoenix is suddenly in the advantage for Team Waha. It's a 1 versus 2 for Nix to clutch it out. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. The pacing that Team Waha brings on board is nothing that anybody has brought a counter to so far. We'll still be seeing Nix out to. Still waiting for the plan to happen. Yes, it will. Raksan will be the one to go down with the plan next to. No skill is going to be the one watching this at a little angle. But Raksan, for some reason, does not trust his teammate. He's going to get off of it. But the Legion is already in hallway, and that headshot trace from the Buck. What a shot! Directly onto the hallway. And boy, oh boy, Team Moa takes us to match point.
And not just match point, mind you, I believe that was a 2v4 clutch as well. And unfortunately, looks like Team Waha have yet another disconnection. No skill drops the F in chat. And that is unfortunate for Raksan. The man seems to have disconnected yet again. But since Team Waha have used up their first rehost, they will not be able to call for another one. We're going to be going back to second floor armory from the looks of things as I write down the information required. Well played to Constant Esports so far. They have managed to actually do very well against Phoenix so far on a border. And Phoenix, fresh off of an overtime win against the Peacemakers, would have been very high on morale. But right now, Team Waha have managed to shut them down on pretty much all counts. 6-3 is the scoreline. And after having a day, mind you, on scores like 7-5, 8-7, 8-6, To see a scoreline of 6-3 is surprising and refreshing at the same time, because we have been seeing a lot of overtimes. Both myself and Fox have been seeing a ridiculous amount of overtimes over the last few days. And to see a game that is as decisive as this one is a change of pace indeed. But it's not over yet. It's not over till either side says it's over. And Phoenix, they will definitely have a lot to say right now. This last round that they had, round 9, came close. It was a 2 versus 4, but unfortunately, that the 2 versus 4 ended up becoming a 2 versus 0. The clutch for Team Waha was very real, showing their prowess on attack and their prowess on border against Phoenix. We got Z-Panda setting up once again inside the security room, of course, with the ADSs in his pocket, right next to his legs, of course. He's got one more to deal with, and he's got an operator outside of the break room door. That is the Zofia right there, Mellow, the man with the diffuser. There's a Kaid in play as well this time, although, of course, Team Waha didn't really go on the emphasis for the peak for the breach onto the main wall. Kaid, I believe, is trying to play a little bit vertical right there, as the Buck, of course, went to take out the Electroclaw, and he's also trying to find any operators inside of office that he can. No skill, of course. The man is pretty useful right there. Dhanu once again trying to fight Z-Panda, the Jaeger, inside a break room, security room. They know where he is in CCTV, of course, as the C4 comes out. No skill takes a lot of damage as well. Not really sure where that fight is happening, but again, the man is taking a lot of damage. He'll be taken down as well. The Kaid gets the kill. That is no skill off the board. That's a huge kill right there. The Buck is gone. That is going to be putting down air jabs as the main breach onto the office wall is going to happen, as Melo's going to find Z-Panda. That is the Jaeger off the board, makes it a 4 versus 3, but still the man count is in favor of Phoenix right here, and they have to find even more kills if they want to secure this round for themselves. Dhanu is going to be going for the peek in towards the break room door, as the Kaid's position has been given away by the drone from Nexus. Excellent drone uses right there, as Melo, he knows where that is, but he knows that there's somebody else inside of office as well, and he can't exactly go for this peek, but the Kaid goes for the peek onto the hallway. The Barbarian gets taken out, and the shots are fired from the Nomad to cover for the Zofia, going for that utility play. Flashbang being thrown in as True gets down, but he will be revived. No, he won't. He gets taken out. The kill is confirmed by Mello. It's a 3 versus 3 right now. Then the Kite doesn't know he's being pushed, but there's a crossfire in for that exact situation. But Dhanu finds Hypertrusion. Hypertrusion finds Dhanu. That's a trade. It's now 1v2. Mello, the last man alive for the side of Constant Esports. He's got to make this play happen. He's got plenty of time. He could even go on that drone, and he will decide to try and find where these defenders are sitting. The long angle being played by the Legion right there, Nyx, and he knows that, but there's also somebody inside of Archives by the rotate. That was the mute, but he's pulled back. Peek comes in, but again, both the defenders are very wise. They pulled back towards the site into cover. The C4 rip is in, but Metal will not be taken down. He will go for the peek, but no! Mute will still win that with the SMG-11 in hand, and the defenders are going to win round 10. That is, of course, Phoenix managing to keep themselves alive, even though, once again, this round came very close, and it could have very easily been the other way around, where Team Waha may have won it, but unfortunately they will not. They will still be on match point. The score is now 6-4 going into round 11.
So going into round 11 as it is, Rakshan is not here, and definitely is facing that a little bit of a drawback. I doubt if he can join back or not. We'll be seeing ourselves head on to round 11. 6-4 is in the scoreline in favor of they have to make this comeback happen, and Phoenix has to make this comeback happen if they want to keep things alive for themselves. But Team Waha, though, they will want to convert this one round for themselves. It is all down to this one round, mind you. One round to seal the deal, one round to get finale day one's victory for themselves. One round ended, and the overtime curse that had this season. The way it looks like a 4 versus 5, but Phoenix might as well keep the curse alive. There might be a bit of a, at least rocky climb on, but let's see if they'll be able to do that or not. That just adds more stake to that, doesn't it? It just got more excitement in terms of who's in it then. Prep phase will be meeting its towards and will be bringing out the Jaeger instead, and look at quite the operator roll swap that has happened. Z Panda from Jaeger has directly gone down to Smoke. Hypertissue will be playing the Vigil this time around, and who will be on Eagle, like I said. Mycock is playing on the Kaid, not the Mute or anything else. Nexus on to play the Legion quite some time now. Nexus is brought the hard breach and Mellow. Good attempt in the last round for the man, but not enough to convert that into a victory. Seeing him hold this down, Nexus comes up with it. Because I believe to barricades, that is, just to make sure he gets it. And he'll be using, seeing Mellow make his way on towards the double doorways. No skill is going to make sure he gets himself a nice entryway established. Onwards offices, the banway from Battle Eye is going ham. And a kill comes in from the Vigil very early. Once again, no skill is going to catch, is going to get caught off guard. And Hypertissue does not lose any HP in that, but indeed, he loses his head eventually. Danu is the one who's going to take that frag very gladly. But here's the thing, Raksan is back into the lobby. And let's see if do they even need this for themselves or without Raksan. Not a 4 versus 3 established here. But it might as well be something that Team Noir might be able to make the best out of. But everybody from the side of the DP on site, nobody's playing upstairs. That means that gives them all the while more room to work with. No skill. Not a wise decision making that push happen downstairs. I'm not sure if the ADS sound at least. There we go. Mellow is finally going to spot the ADS out. So many prefabs are coming in from down below. And a frag comes in. No, it won't actually. That's a down. There's another peek from True that is going to claim the life of Nexus. The down did come in from the Kaid, but 5 is right back into place. And another drop down gets spotted out by Z Panda. That's Danu off the board. It's on to Mellow now, who's going to try and find somebody. He's not finding anything. And Phoenix walk away with round 11. That takes us to a 5-6 scoreline, still in the favor of Constant Esports. But now with Roxanne back in the lobby, will we see the real question right now? I ask this to you, Blackjack, and I ask this to everybody watching the match from their homes right now. Will we see Phoenix bring in the equalizer and take us to the continue the curse that Team Noir Constant Esports has been facing of the overtime for the entirety of Season 3? Or will we see the return of Roxanne, free them from the curse and get this victory 7-5?
Well, for one, since you did ask that question to me, Foxy, as well, it is the site, of course, is Customs Inspection, a site that is fairly difficult to defend, if you ask me, as we have a double 6-pick into Kaid and Nomad from Macaques and, of course, Danu. But yeah, coming back to the point at hand, it is Customs Inspection, a site that is fairly difficult to hold and a site that, so far, Phoenix have not been forced into going into. They have not been able to win 2 rounds back-to-back, for that matter. Rounds 7, 8, and 9 post-roll swap have all gone in the favor of Team Waha, and it's only in the last 2 rounds, 10 and 11, where Phoenix actually had a couple rounds in their favor. But that being said, of course, this is round 12. This is the round where it all comes down to. If Phoenix win this, if they manage to win this, they will equalize, and we will have the 3rd overtime in a row for the day. If Team Waha win this, then that's it. They end their curse of overtime, and they will manage to win the match as well. 2 birds with 1 stone. So it is going to be very interesting to see where this match goes from this point onwards. If Phoenix manage to continue their streak, which I feel like they might, then we might see overtime. Of course, Team Waha will have something to say about that. They are on the attack, and border is again predominantly an attacker side of the map. It does have some wild swings towards defenders as well, but it is all down to just this 1 round. And you can see the angle Hypertissue is trying to set up right here through that little soft wall there that has the metal beams in it and the punch hole all the way overlooking the east stairs. He's also setting up bullet hole angles as well. Everything that Phoenix could possibly get for themselves is being set up right now on this defense as Team Waha looks to get this round on board for themselves as well. Edge is being put in, and actually Hypertissue has taken a bit of damage. Not really sure where that came out from, but Noska's gonna find Nyx. That's a huge kill right there to begin things off. The Legion is down, and of course that means the late game push is not gonna be punished as hard as it otherwise would have been with the Legion still in play. But that's just 1 kill. 4 more to go for the side of Team Waha if they are to win this out. And they still have the Doc to contend with, even though the Doc has been spotted inside of CCTV, as have been True, and the shots are being fired right now onto both these defenders. True's been down, and there goes the Doc as well. It's a peek coming in from Nexus that finds Hypertushy, and the kill will be confirmed under True as well. Any second now, there we go. Mello confirms it. It's a 2v5. Z Panda and Macaque. All that's left on the side of Phoenix in a particularly bad situation right now. They've got to make this play happen. Macaque still has the C4. He could go for a very big play right now as the Buck is opening up vertical lines of sight inside of sight as well. And they will be challenging that. But will Z Panda manage to find a kill? He's been shot onto. He takes a bit of damage there. He sees the Buck, but no, he's going to get taken out instead from a different angle by Roxanne. It's all down to Macaque. It's a 1v5. The man still has a C4 and his AUG A3. It's all down to him. He has to get this clutch. If he's able to, then brilliant. He knows that there's somebody inside a waiting room. That might just be the Nomad. He's going to go for the peek, but he will lose that. And there you go. Roxanne will be the one to get the kill onto the Kaid through the hatch from the looks of things. And what a play from Constant Esports. They saved themselves from going into overtime on round 12. They break the curse and they win the match here on Border. Day 5 has just concluded, and the last winners of the match on Border between Phoenix and Team Waha are Team Waha. 7-5 is the scoreline to them. And what a match we have just witnessed indeed. With that being said, of course, let's have a quick reminder for all of our viewers back at home. The first game that happened was between Zeus Sabres and Kira Esports on Coastline. Kira Esports won that 7-5. It came pretty close. No overtime, though. The second match that came between Newcomers and the Peacemakers, Newcomers won that 8-7, even though Peacemakers, they really had a chance to win that one on Theme Park. The third match that we had today, Phoenix versus the Peacemakers as well. That was won by Phoenix on a Clubhouse on 8-6 overtime as well. Once again, the Peacemakers had a chance to win it, and shall we say, they blew it. And of course, now the last game that we just had, Phoenix versus Team Waha. Team Waha, they had their ups, they had their downs, they had their disconnections, but they managed to win it 7-5, avoiding overtime as they do it. With that being said, that is going to be it from both of us, myself, Blackjack, and my co-caster, Foxy, as we will see you tomorrow with the final day of Division 2 in Season 3 of the WD Black, the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. And, yep, that is going to be it for us tonight. So, with that being said, more Siege action coming to your screens on the other side tomorrow. Stay tuned, and good night.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power, experience with WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. And injustice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.